Today we're here at the biggest home gym convention in the US. This is HomeGymCon Day 1. I'm gonna walk you through all the booths here. We're gonna take a look at things like ATX, Titan, Rep, Rogue, and a bunch of others. And we're gonna go through each booth as if you were here with me, see some of the highlights, some of the things I'm interested in, and see the best of HomeGymCon. I'm here with Yoni from Temple of Gains. We're at HomeGymCon. Yoni, tell me a little bit about Temple of Gains.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
good to meet you in person. I'm Yoni, Temple of Gains. Started the company about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Followed kind of
primarily machine.
Yes,
right.
Followed my path in fitness where I was powerlifting, kind of pretending to powerlift for a while. And I just decided I want to do more bodybuilding stuff. So I started going to commercial gyms, but I always had a home gym. Like I want really small, space-efficient machines for my own home gym.
Yep.
I brought in a bunch of machines myself, was surprised by how good they were, but they needed a few things here and there. So that's kind of what led me down this path where I was starting to like sell what I brought in that can fit. People are like, hey, if you could get me this, I'll pay this. If you get me this, I'll pay this. So I was like, there's an idea here.
Yeah.
So I brought in a bunch of stuff and just kind of taken off from there.
Yeah.
Something that I think... Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and now it's all
Now they're here.
Yeah. How many machines do you have in your
Oh my God, I don't even know. I think we have 7 Selectorized and about 15, 16, 17 plate loaded.
And always looking to expand. We'll kind of show off some of the newest stuff here in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
But tell me.
So we have kind of the plate loaded stuff this side. I brought the pendulum squat version 3. Isolateral row, T-bar row, pullover, and this guy we'll get to maybe in a little bit. This is the leg press hack squat. It's not out yet, but coming very soon.
Now, this is one I've really been interested in, the pendulum squat. Do you mind if I hop in? Walk me through?
I put this, here, let's set you up.
Squat wedge, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give you like a quick overview.
Yeah.
It's adjustable forward, backwards, and it's also adjustable, the angle.
Forward, backwards, meaning this is the
foot plate. The foot plate.
Okay, the foot plate. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, so you can try it out and we can fix
it.
So when you get off, you just disengage here and you can get a nice deep full stretch on that.
This is so, for someone who's tall like me and squats are such an awkward movement because of all my angles and levers, this is very nice.
So we have some weight here on the counterbalance arm, which modifies the resistance curve, makes it easier. I mean, it's more technical than that, but that's kind of an overview, right?
Yeah.
But you can adjust the weight that you put there. So the heavier you go, kind of the lower the starting position.
Now, is it set as far as like in and out? I don't know if it was Prime or someone, maybe
Prime has an adjustable arm. We don't.
Okay, so it's fixed, but still, I mean,
it is
you pick the weight, counterbalance it.
This is my thing. There's so many adjustments. When you start to have too many adjustments, in my opinion, I mean, Prime makes absolutely perfect stuff. It's like, I like to keep it simple because then it's easier to track too. You know, I had 90 pounds here. Last week I did 10 reps with 45. Then I was on reps at 60.
Height 8.
Yeah, you have to write it down. And it's also like doing the physics calculation to figure out. It's a counterbalance. Yeah. Like a lot of what I think defines the brand is try to keep things a little simple. Just the straightforward machine. Adjustability, but not like overly adjustable. What's nice is you can adjust this foot plate forward or backwards, right? See, you're a tall guy. How do you hear?
It's on some sort of linear bearing type thing.
Yeah, linear bearings here, and then the angle is also adjustable.
Nice.
So we just kind of leave it where we think best people are gonna.
That's a good angle adjustment too. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. So you have that.
Seat is fixed though, and then a couple different heights. I'm looking at
something cool that we did for version 3 is that. On version 2, this was just one long weight horn. Yeah. On this one, you could actually put a bracket here or there, and then you could put this up against a wall.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't even have to put any of these horns. And this is also
really cool.
bolted on, the counterbalance.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily even have to have that on.
Wow.
So if you wanted to, you could really have this machine against a wall, and it only goes from here to here.
Yep.
Whereas Pendulum version 2 was very fixed. Yeah. And if you didn't have the space, you'd still have to have that horn going through the other side.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring the brackets, but you could just bolt this to the bracket on the other side.
And one of the things I've seen people play around with, I don't know if it's Matt Pendergraph who does he have one of these?
Yeah, with the Voltra on the back.
Voltra. Is it just one of the strap mounts to the frame and up here?
I have a Voltra. I've never used it, but I just haven't had the time to get into it.
I mean, you're talking about just another layer of like
complexity. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So, and it's hard because like, you know, you get the people who want to do that. Right. Like, especially probably some of the people here, they're like, how can I put a vulture on the ceiling and climb up and whatever. But
Spider-Man the vulture.
exactly. But the average person is like, okay, does it work? But I think it's just cool to have options like that. So
it's I think it's an incredible, like I didn't want to like it. I started using it or just kind of like playing around with them. Like, this is very cool. I just have such little time right now that for me, working out is how do I get in and out as quickly as possible?
100%.
But yeah, I'll show you actually building vulture integration to the quad.
Yep.
But one more cool thing about this is if you want even more kind of adjustability,
there you go.
you have that lip here. So you could have,
when you had that there, I was like, oh, is that just for something else? But
so
that's really cool. Yeah.
Kind of makes more sense maybe at a lower angle.
Yeah.
But nice that you have that option.
Yeah, for sure.
So now, Walkie, we do real quick through here. We have a nice plate loaded row. Pretty popular if you want to try this guy out.
Mrs. Jungle Gym Reviews probably knows I've had at least 2 of these. One, I think, was the Frey Fitness, which was probably, a very generic import version of this. And then 2, I finally went and got the Hammer Strength one because...
Oh, you got the...
So
let's see how it compares.
I don't have it anymore. I unfortunately had to sell it back when moving, downsizing originally to a single car garage gym, which is now a 3-car studio.
I'm sure she's happy about that. I see her shaking her head.
Actually does feel really good.
Nice.
I like the knurled handles. Do you include these by default, or is it?
We pay for them and add them.
And you do the
it comes with their knurled handles, but yeah.
The amount of people I've seen doing this.
Yes, you get a nice standing too if you walk closer and get the chest.
All the way in.
Yeah. It's a little, you got to lower the
down.
seat a little bit.
I was gonna say.
So you
have a spring on here.
Yeah, so you just kind
The
of
Hammer Strength one does not have that.
See, it's nice because going up is going down. You kind of get used to it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, no, it's sleek. I like the powder coat is like almost like a matte black gray, kind of looking thing too. Do this one. Oh, it's great. Yeah,
Thank you.
this is fantastic.
So this is one of the more esoteric, unique machines.
Hotel, actually, there was a Nautilus Nitro. I was just
Really?
It was yesterday.
Wait, at Galt House?
At Galt House.
I gotta try it out.
Yeah. I couldn't get in it. I couldn't get in it right, and because they have like a foot.
So one of the things that this machine doesn't have is the kickstart pedal.
Yeah.
Which is a nice thing to have, but it would make it a bigger machine and probably more expensive. It's at a pretty nice starting position.
Yeah.
And you can adjust the height, which gets you kind of where you want to go.
Some of these I've seen that this bar, actually the Nautilus one, is like too far back. Like I'm 6'2" and I couldn't grab the bar behind me. I was like,
I think this is a nice. So try it out. See what you think.
And how tall are you? What, 6
I'm
foot?
5'10". No.
Oh, okay.
With shoes on, maybe.
You're like, oh, thank you.
That's a nice thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, you can actually grab this.
I'm just gonna
Oh yeah, go ahead. Feels great. Ooh. Fantastic. I didn't even have the seatbelt in. So it's got a little, is this a cam on here? Or is this perfectly circle? So I was looking at the side here to figure out if this was a little bit of a cam, but it looks like it is. I mean, I guess it's kind of a cam because it is a circle, but gives you that little bit of change in resistance. Nice. I was trying to see if this was a cam or not.
It's very linear. I tried to measure it.
It feels good though.
It's just a nice machine, and it's not that big.
You're like, you're weakest back here.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if like, I don't have great, like I've had shoulder problems. So like reaching over my
some of those machines, and even with the kick, you have to kind of like get it back.
Yeah.
And then you still have to bring it back.
Yeah.
So if it's like, it's a good starting point.
No, but then what I was going to say though is it felt to me like the curve of it felt normal. That's what I was going to say. So I've used some machines where I don't know, it just feels like there's too much tension, then maybe not enough at the bottom. But it allowed me to like, really like pull through.
Again, simple.
Yeah.
Like I don't, as nice as it is to complicate resistance curves and adjustments, like it just feels good.
Yeah.
That's all you need sometimes. This is really nice, T-bar row.
Yeah.
Super popular just for home gyms. This adjusts. Articulating handles, forward, backward, left, right. Also rotates. We've got it a little bit tight, but you can sort of loosen the bolts and decide how.
Yeah, cool.
Like I like it a little bit more fixed, right? Because it's not forward, backward you're gonna want, but I like to kind of find it here, but you could loosen the bolts and figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
And then you have a height adjustment for the foot plate. So something that was V2 about this machine is the laser cut numbers.
Yeah.
Like what I'll like to do is I'll put this really high and then go narrow, like more lat based.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll put this really low and then go wide, more like upper back. Cool. That just lets you remember. And then for V2, we added this step.
Nice.
Because I noticed that people were kind of having trouble getting onto it.
Yeah.
So otherwise you were kind of in this weird, weird dance to get up.
Yeah.
So it's a cool machine as well.
Cool.
So that's all the plate loaded stuff.
Yeah.
We got here.
Do you get a lot of people? So like, these are something
surprisingly
I see on Marketplace all the time. I see it on Marketplace all the time, and I've always like, oh yeah, I'd want one, but like making the dedicated.
Look how small this is. This is
narrow.
2 by like 4, I think. So one thing about it, it doesn't have a rear support, so you have to step on before you use it. Otherwise, right? Yeah. It's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But nice adjustability. What I did for version 2 is you have, like regularly you would use it on this platform, right? But I found myself kind of using the bottom one, so I extended this pad all the way here.
Oh, yep.
And you could get like those old Atlantis, I think it's Atlantis machines that that are at that angle, or Icarian. I think there's an Icarian machine that's at an angle, so that's really cool.
Yeah. No, that's one cool thing. Like, I find myself the same way, and actually, you know, I'm on the review side of things, which is like, I might use it maybe just a little bit differently, or I have like a specific thing in mind how I would want to use it.
Yeah.
So like, you know, to you, or most people want to use a top step, and you're like, yeah, but I like to lean forward like maybe more than the average person. So that's the kind of cool stuff that goes into this that makes it unique in your own.
And that's the thing. I use everything. I know it doesn't look like it, but when I have time, I use everything, and that was one of the things I noticed. I mean, essentially the factory model had this little pad right here, and I would put a pad here to get that lean. I'm like, make this longer. Yeah. And the factory model had handles here. Yeah. Like no one wants to do it.
I know. Some of these things I noticed that same thing, and I'm like, who does this when they do the movement?
Look, you know, I make no pretense about where everything's coming from. There's a mix of stuff that I try to design. There's a mix of stuff that I can just get. Yeah. But I started the company because what I got was 90% of the way there. Like the machine is excellent. It's compact. Just these little things need to change. Yeah. And when you change them, it takes it from really good to great. Yeah. That's kind of what we've been trying to do. Yeah. This, I don't even think we need to show. Lat pull down low row. Yeah. Really nice. Compact. I think that this is probably the most ubiquitous machine other than a rack. We have a rack that I didn't bring. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to bring what everyone else is bringing. Yeah. So we didn't bring the rack, but I mean, you could try it, but it is. Yeah. Leg extension prone, super popular. Yep. I like prone curls. I know seated is all the rage.
It's funny, prone used to be my favorite for a long time, and now I'm back to seated. But I think I go in like these like biannual like phases where it's like, oh, I just want variation.
Yeah, so get both. So really quick switch. And what's nice, because it's an extension, a lot of prone machines start at kind of the wrong spot, right? They'll be like here. Yep. And then no matter what you do, you can't get a great stretch. Yep. But because it's an extension, you could start it, you know, pretty low.
Super low, yeah.
So when you're actually starting.
Yeah, that's the problem, is either you got to put something under your hips, right? Or like, so I've tried the little
you kind of
pad.
You find that, you know, where you're already at a nice stretch, right? Yep. So full range of motion, really nice.
Yeah, I work as a Life Fitness, one of the fixed prone, and same thing.
Yeah, if it's too high, like it's starting.
I got one of the Hustler pads to put underneath it. Yeah. Even then, it's like hard to like start it and put it behind. Do you mind if I hop in real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Okay. I guess if you wanted me to make an adjustment, I could do it.
No, I mean, I can, as you said, I can start it lower. Okay. But yeah, so basically you can get as much of a stretch as you want with like pretty much snapping your knees off. I like it. Cool.
So we have hip abduction, adduction, and this is what I joke about this machine. I've had so many guys be like, giving me excuses why they want to buy it. Like, dude,
explain it to you.
I just, you know, I think this could really help me with my squats, or this could, like, you're like, dude, there is no, it's a great machine. There's no, you don't have to be embarrassed to buy this machine, you know? Like, it's a wonderful machine.
That's funny.
And I like to just use it, when you have it in the adduction mode, just to stretch.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I'll kind of like go, you know, those rotary stretch machines?
Yeah.
But it's just really nice. And yeah.
I was just gonna say, so this is one of the machines that I've seen like pop up in the last few years, and yours is the one that I see the most out of, you know, everyone's.
Thank you.
Partly probably because also the Atlantis one is astronomically expensive.
Crazy expensive.
So,
and the Panada is crazy expensive.
yeah, exactly. So
let me walk you through.
tell me about it. I've never used one. The closest I've come is the Bolt Fitness has an attachment for this.
Okay.
For their racks, but it's plate loaded.
Yeah.
Obviously there's compromises to that, but like a dedicated machine, I'm interested to try.
What's nice about a cable machine is just essentially a linear resistance, right? And that's the reason why these are becoming more popular as people get into resistance curves, strength curves, whatever. You know, at a dumbbell versus a band versus a cable.
Yep.
You have different manipulations of where you are and all that fun stuff. So if you started with a lot of pre-stretch, you're essentially getting a nice linear resistance curve all the way through.
And you can cross them without them like just banging up against each
other?
other?
So what I did here is I put a little bit of UHMW.com, right?
I put that on plenty of things.
Yeah, so I put it here just because if you do cross it over, they are going to get banged up.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yep.
But I've tried.
I would take that compromise for extra.
Yeah, exactly. But what's nice is now you can get like a really all the way through, right?
Oh yeah.
And you don't need a lot of weight on this.
Yeah.
In fact, we used to have it so that the top two plates were bolted.
Yeah.
Because the handles kind of counterweight we don't have a counterweight on the actual dial.
Yep.
But now you can use the 5 kilogram setting because people are like, I want to be able to use the lightest weight.
Yep.
It doesn't take a lot of weight to do this. Now, a few fun things I figured out. I was wondering, how am I going to get a bicep pump at the show? I'm going to lower it a little bit.
Was that handle always there in the V1?
The arrow?
Moving it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I just never noticed it. There you go.
You got to find like the right angle. We got a bicep curl machine.
Yeah. And it's like pretty, you know, it's a little more fixed path.
Yeah. There's a lot of just like things you could try out.
Yeah.
Tricep extension?
Yeah. Do you ever do pec flies facing the other way? Like
I saw someone do it, and I think he just didn't know that you weren't supposed to do it that way. But that's not really the way.
Yeah, I was trying to think like, depending on how you're
and then obviously, I don't like to put my head on the pad, but you can.
Yeah, I mean, depending on if you wanted.
Yeah.
You mind if I give us?
Yeah, of course. So we have this pretty tight, right?
Yeah.
When it's your machine, your gym, you kind of decide how you want it. For safety reasons, we just have it a little tighter than usual, so it's not going to be flipping over and hitting anyone in the head.
Yeah. No, this is the one I'm definitely interested in trying. So, all right. So, that's behind. That one's gonna do this. Okay, that is interesting. So you can, depending on how it's kind of fixed once you, I see what you're saying. So you have it a little tighter, moving. I see it. Got it. Do you find when you, see around here? Nope. All right, let's flip to chest fly. Somewhere up here. I think that's close enough. I will give this a go here. Oh, we're gonna get a pump in, and it is hot here. All right, so we can go through this and then we can be
All right, here we go. This is the quad set.
the quad send.
And I believe
Now, why'd you name it that?
because it's quad's gift to mankind.
There you go.
It's it. This is something, you could call it a passion project. You could call it my baby. I don't know. But
And when is it available?
it's,
Like I see it here.
good
but
question.
when can someone buy
Thank you. Almost like we had this planned. It's going to be on Kickstarter. Reason
Okay.
is I don't know how many to bring in.
Yep.
I need the money to produce them.
Yep.
So we shot a video to introduce the machine.
Okay.
We did a full, photo shoot at the warehouse, video shoot, and I'm hoping to have it on Kickstarter in about 3-4 weeks.
Okay. And then if you hit a certain amount, that's enough to start manufacturing X amount of them?
Yeah.
Like, so like how do people like reserve?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's
So
like-
it's going to basically, a lot of Kickstarters have a goal and you could contribute.
Yep.
It's basically just going to be if you want it, you buy it. We might have like small gifts.
Yeah.
If you want to just contribute $10, $20, we would get a Temple of Gains flag or something.
Yep.
But the reason I'm doing that is twofold. One, you get on the Kickstarter early,
Yep.
there's going to be better pricing.
Okay.
I floated some numbers around. I have to see, obviously, tariffs have been a thing. They
Yep.
still are. People think it's done, but not really. Shipping prices are super high, so I need to find the right price for us. I'm thinking somewhere between $34.99 and $39.99,
Yep.
around there.
Okay.
To start, and then the production model will be a little bit higher, but it's the
Now-
same machine.
Now I was gonna say, how does that compare to like where my mind starts going immediately when I see this?
Yeah.
Bolt Fitness Supply. I could
good
have
question.
like
So
4 of these.
yeah, let me walk you through.
Yeah.
The design goal of this was zero compromise.
Yep.
Meaning it's not a small machine.
It's a massive footprint.
It is
by
a
the way.
massive
like,
machine.
I'm
707 pounds is what we weighted at.
Yeah.
With all the drippings on it.
Yeah.
Right. So you have here a gigantic footplate, 36 by 24, so heavy that it's hydraulic assisted. But for how heavy of a footplate it is, I mean, how many things have you tried to adjust that have just been too heavy? So
Yep.
you have this awesome hydraulic footplate.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
We're in leg press mode, so we'll kind of start there.
Yeah.
The goal of this machine was really range of motion.
Okay.
Like truly all I wanted was big foot plates,
Yeah.
great range of motion. I'll get on it just to demonstrate, then obviously.
Yeah, you or me
Give you a
with
shot.
either one.
So leg press, I like it lower.
Okay.
And the other thing is I like when platform is a little more angled.
Yep.
Because you see people trying to put squat wedges and stuff, so you
Yep.
can actually angle it one more, get all the way back here.
Yeah.
We designed it that way. I'll take out the safety stop. In fact, there's so much range of motion, there's gonna be 2 included. One's gonna be like this and one's like this.
A mini one and a long one. Yeah.
Because I think that some people
Yep.
want to have a little bit more of a higher safety,
Yeah,
but
100%.
even at the highest setting here,
Yep.
people are gonna bottom out. So I'll put it, could even take it out too.
Okay.
So we'll kind of start there. Step in. One cool thing we can start with this is, I also designed it so that there'd be calf raises on both sides.
Okay.
So you disengage the handles.
Yep.
And it feels kind of like a rotary calf or a donkey calf.
Yep.
Where your, feet are sort of in front of you or behind you like that. So you get a nice calf raise. Then we lower
Is there
it
a
down.
weight horn on the back too, or just up
No,
top?
no,
Okay.
no.
And that's how you get part of the range of motion.
Then
though.
you get,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go lower than that, right? So,
Well, I've seen actually, I have the Force USA, like,
Yeah.
more economical friendly version in my
Yeah.
garage. That one has a pretty good range of motion. And part of the reason they're able to do that is because the foot plate is lower. Some of these companies, they put it
yeah.
higher on this like trolley.
There's a lot of stuff that we did that
Yeah, with the weight
that I
holds.
don't even want to say because there's a lot of unique little innovations that
Yeah.
make it different. You want to
Yeah.
try the leg press? And we'll
Yeah,
switch
sure.
over to the hack
Don't
squat.
give away some of the trade secrets. And I don't know if you made this on purpose, but you can almost kind of like,
100% on purpose. I like that. Yeah.
okay. Well, there's definitely versions that are hard to get in and out because, oh man, I do love having the foot plate more up. It's
Makes a big difference, right?
so many of these machines, it's like bad, honestly. Oh, we're not warmed up for this at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, this was sold out. Yeah, I am.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh, people can do super ROM on here, that's for sure.
I hope. Yeah. So that's the leg press.
All right.
Now let's do hack squat.
Yeah.
To me, a lot of these combo machines do leg press as well.
Mhm.
It's the hack squat where they suffer because there's a few innovations we figured out. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking, but spent a lot of time just getting the hack squat range of motion down and down. Like that was the project. You know, you're an engineer. You always have like a goal and that you're working towards. For us, it was a game of inches. How do we? It's a lot of that's what she said jokes. How do we get this?
This isn't Gluck's channel. We can't do that.
So, first thing is a quick adjust here. Then obviously the foot plate. Hydraulic. I like it at the highest angle for the hack squat. So
I do as well.
now, the back pad, I wanted to have two different options. I've seen some with a pin.
Oh, so you can
I've
both.
seen some that flip.
Yeah,
Why not do both?
Yeah.
So you can flip it over, and it's a little bit too steep of an angle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it angled more because I don't want people moving the hack squat plate down. And I mean, this is why we did the prototype, because by testing it, that's how I've kind of learned what we need to change. So you can remove it if you want. Now, step on however you want. And first thing you'll notice, I left a gap here for standing caps.
Yeah.
So I want it to be like a 4-in-1.
Then you don't need a little like attachable pipe thing. Yeah.
And it's
right?
still low enough. You know, we kind of really worked on this measurement so that I don't think most people are gonna be starting hack any lower than this.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of,
unless you got some crazy ankle range of motion.
And if you're doing that, you're probably doing more like a sissy squat thing where you're pushing off your toes anyway. So now that we're in here, disengage.
Wow.
I mean, I can't
It
go
literally goes.
Yeah. And on the
I
production,
see there's like 4 more inches on the linear. What?
Yeah.
Is it hitting anything?
We actually made a mistake in like one thing by 2 millimeters. So it'll be about an inch lower on the production.
Oh, wow.
So you get really nice range of motion.
I see the pads are angled just a little bit.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads.
Pads are contoured. You have these nice knurled handles. And I mean, sled's heavy, right? I'm already getting...
I know. That it is the most humbling thing in the world when I go from that.
And one more thing, for taller guys like yourself, I noticed, you know, I'm not tall, but I needed one more vertical stop. So we're adding one more right about here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I've actually...
Because right now it's a little bit too low, but for leg press, it's totally fine, but for hack squat. So you want to try this out?
It does make it a little uncomfortable when you like, you know, you finish your set and then you're like, I'm going down, down, down.
Yeah. I know your legs are still...
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to figure out where I want my feet and all this. That's crazy. Still going. Wow. What angle is this? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'll do a couple of these.
That's, I don't know how I didn't even mention that. 37.5 degrees.
Because I like that. I think most of the ones I've used are 45 or 4.
Yeah.
It feels noticeably different. Like
So something that I looked at a lot.
I feel it way more in my
tested a lot
quads than like.
Yeah, most of them you're like feeling your back.
Yeah, no, seriously. And well, that was the other thing. Some of these machines, they don't support your butt.
Right.
So like the back pad ends up here.
Butt is out here.
Yeah, or you're like having to balance. So like it does not feel natural.
Your entire back is on that pad.
Yeah.
And you're getting all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right.
Michael, you give me a tall love.
Oh, there you go.
Austin, you have right here.
Yes. You're good.
Yep. I got the extension down there too from like.
Sorry, you just have to see my pasty thighs.
Buddy.
That's great.
Any other like specific? I got that low one too to show. Which will I sort of people at these different heights? Yes.
Yeah. Meg, you got enough?
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. So that'll be nice when you have
because
the
you're kind
extra.
of like you have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always like, like I always have to double check myself. I'm like, am I locking it in?
We call it internally. We call it the EDM, engage disengage mechanism.
Yeah.
Because it's like I kept on typing engage dis. I'm like, you know, it's EDM, not the music, just the thing. So it'll go one more stop higher. You're still gonna have like a little bit of a knee bend. The problem is we'd start to hit upper frame portion, so there's not much more we could do than that.
Yeah.
You get kind of used to this at first. The disengagement method. You just have to kind of find your hands, but the more you use it, the more you get used to it.
Yeah.
So there's even more changes happening from this to the production model.
Wow.
If you watch that, eventually we get into it.
Yeah.
But I'll explain here. I liked the foot plate lip that we had on the pendulum. So I'm gonna keep the area here for your calves, but adding like just a lip on this side, a lip on that side.
Okay.
So if you have a wider squat wedge, you could put it here and
Cool.
get even more of an angle.
Yep.
Head, I don't like that the head pad comes forward.
Yeah.
It's gonna be flat. It's gonna be in line with the shoulder pads. So this is moving back. That's something that I didn't even notice. I've been posting pictures and teasers on Instagram, and someone's like, "Hey, man, that's not really a natural position for the head." I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Right? The guy sent me like a bunch of messages. I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
He drew lines of spinal paths and like analyzed it. I'm like, "Hey, listen, man."
Awesome.
I did an Instagram poll.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey guys, I got this idea. What do you guys think?" And I think like 100% of people said the head pad should be in line.
Yeah.
You guys know that better than I do. Let's do it. So that's why I'm so thankful that I did the prototypes, so I could do all these changes.
Cool.
So that's one of the changes, is that this head pad is going to be in line.
Yep.
We're going to have this additional stop here. We're going to fix that. Foot plate material. This grip tape is nice. You see it's starting to peel off. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a diamond plate and include this as kind of like an option.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can.
I was gonna say, because I personally don't like diamond plates, because I can feel like the texture.
Yeah, it's if I don't do diamond
durable.
plate, it's just flat.
Yeah.
And if I do this, then it peels off. So it's a very light diamond.
I was gonna say,
it's like the pendulum, where you have like a diamond, but if you put the grip tape, you start to lose that diamond.
Yeah.
And it's just like a very.
So is that what you are gonna do? That like
exactly like that.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be the grip tape, and then if you want, sorry, the diamond, and if you want, you can put the grip tape on top.
Then that's perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of the goal with that.
yeah.
Um,
Plenty of plate storage on.
Yeah, let me show you something really cool. A tangled mess here, but check this out. So try the machine,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Let's put a little bit of weight.
Hack squat or leg press?
Hack squat. Let's put a little bit of weight on it.
Okay.
Try like a rep or two,
All right.
and then I'm gonna bend it.
All right.
Or reverse bend it.
Ready?
All right, yeah, go for it. Okay, now wait.
Okay.
All right, now try it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, sorry.
That's something you don't normally feel.
See how different it is getting out of the hole at the bottom? It's kind of assisting you.
Yeah.
So you get that nice deep stretch.
So you're not
but then
stuck
you have
down
some, a
here.
little bit of help on the way up.
You can probably get some crazy pumps like this.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a drop set.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You do a
exactly
punch
what
on
I'm
that.
thinking of.
Start banding it.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Cool.
yeah, so you're gonna have to,
Yeah.
but it'll be a little higher on the.
We'll have that. We'll have another setting in the next version.
Yeah, for sure. There are band pegs at the bottom too to go the other way. For safety reasons, I'm just not going to put them. I don't want people tripping over. But once it's in your home, then you kind of know exactly where it is and you figure it out. Another thing is the knurled handles we're going to put here and on the other side.
Okay.
So we're just.
And they come by default, or you have to?
No, everything. I want this machine to just be. It's easier for me.
Yeah.
No options.
Oh my gosh.
You buy it, you get the best, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for taking me around.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, Yoni.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for
Pleasure.
Temple of Game
Yeah.
stuff. If you're looking
Thank
for
you.
any machines, check out the link in the description. Okay.
This guy.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Yoni. Appreciate it.
Thank you again.
So I'm here at the Titan booth with Alex. Alex, what do you do for a Titan here?
So I'm in sales outside, so any kind of like resale, people want to build out a gym, anything like that, they call me, I help them out, get them what kind of bulk discounts we can get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. And he's gonna walk us kind of through the booth here.
Another one that we have,
What's this? Is this a new half rack?
it's just a half rack. We don't have it out yet. So basically a prototype.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, also on is our patent pending twist lock collars.
Yeah. These are one thing I haven't seen in person, if you don't mind grabbing one.
No, yeah, absolutely. That color hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
It should be coming out pretty soon. I don't have a date for it.
Yeah.
But one thing I love about it, simple plate, put it on, pretty easy to use, and it's a magnet too. I don't think I have a magnet one. Oh, I could have used the urethane. Anyway, slide it through, lock it, bam, and it's already done.
Yeah.
So one thing is one of our hottest products.
Yeah.
Usually the black one goes out pretty fast. The red ones I already heard are in high demand already. So if you're trying to get your hands on one, find us.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah. Another prototype that we have is
Yeah.
T-bar row
I
machine.
see you guys have a few.
Oh, yeah.
machines here.
No,
So,
absolutely.
real quick before we start talking about each one, are they rolling out together? Are you guys doing one at a time?
See, I don't get paid enough to know what the dates are, so I find out whenever you do.
Yeah.
But when we do, I'm the one that gets to talk about it.
Yeah.
You actually have like another prototype back at our warehouse.
But none of these are, let's say this one is not released.
No, not yet.
It's at least like
There's like
four
four or
six
five more machines that aren't.
that I don't see. Okay.
Yep.
So,
But if you want to hop on, go ahead and
Yeah.
start playing with it.
yeah, sure.
I don't know if
This
you
thing
want
is
the,
huge. It is.
if you need a full 2 sets of 45s on there.
We're about to find out.
Yep. Height good? I know you're a taller guy.
Yeah. I might actually come a little bit. So pop in.
Yep. There we go.
Is there spring?
Also, you can adjust the width on these as well.
Yeah.
Pretty mobile handles.
Yeah.
There we go. Big row. Big row.
Oh, this.
Look at that back. Oh, yeah. See that bicep vein popping out already?
Oh yeah.
Big row.
The stretch here is
Oh, yeah.
nice.
They just stretching that
pretty
back.
tall, so like, oh, and you even have a lower one.
Yeah. If you're getting to that failed set, throw it right. And then we did have the J hooks on them as well, the sandwich style.
adjustable.
Yep.
I see it now.
There we go.
That's cool.
Hey, we all come in different shapes and sizes, so we
Yeah.
got to make our attachments do the same
That
thing.
is really cool. And I'm assuming that it comes with both sets of J-cups.
You said that one more time?
Both 2 sets. It comes with 2 sets, not just one.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's what. Nice. Do you know price point yet?
I don't have anything. Again, I don't get paid enough to know those kind of
No, it's
decisions
fine.
yet.
So for everyone watching at home, keep an eye on the website. A lot of these things are not yet released.
Yep.
But then,
Yep.
have more info.
Coming soon. That's all we can say. It's like a movie trailer.
Yeah, it's cool to see that you're coming out with these.
Yeah.
And I love the same, like, you can tell now, like, with your new line, I have the Selectorized leg extension, like, curl.
Yeah.
And you can tell with the new line, like, oh yeah, this is a Titan product.
Yeah.
It's like, even if this wasn't here, someone else's booth, I would look at this and I'd be like, oh, this
You
is
just
a
tell,
Titan
yeah.
super product.
A slick black.
Yeah, the little touches of
the
red.
sexy red.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Here we go. So this one is another prototype, curl machine and the tricep extension.
that's what I was going to ask. I
Yeah.
assumed it was both. Yeah.
Yeah, just hop right on. I hope it's light enough. Here we go.
Do you guys have a plate-loaded version of this, do you know?
We do. This is when I first started, when I remember it being there. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
But finally, we had to realize, look, people want this selectorized. They don't want to
yeah.
go out of their way to take their plates on and
Yeah.
off. So we just start ripping with it. But I don't know if my biceps are looking like yours over there, but little fun with that. And hope I'm not messing it up.
So a couple of different adjustments.
Here we
on
go.
each one, or height stopper settings.
Little
Cool.
tricep extension with that
Yeah.
too.
Cool.
Pretty smooth. If you want to play around with it, hop on.
Yeah. I'll play around with it. I'll probably stop by later off camera,
Yeah.
and we'll play around with it a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this one, when I first got here a couple of days ago, I was like, oh yeah, I saw the Titan branding, Titan boots, and I was like, I didn't know they had the pec deck. I'm waiting for it.
Another prototype.
Yeah.
Yep. Another one to be coming soon.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. These will be products. Like, these are confirmed products. I just want to confirm it's not like a prototype as in like, oh, we might do this and test them.
I just don't know if there's a date or if there's like a small change that they want to make, but yeah, I mean, all these machines, they will be coming soon.
Cool. That's
Come on.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then this is one that's out here.
This is out already, and it is, I know with our Titan and X3 racks, it is compatible with that, or if you're just trying to mount it to your wall.
Yep.
We don't have the hook on it here. We just put an upright to just kind of compare with like our Titan and
Otherwise, there'd be like a little hook for the wall. Okay.
There's like a little mount that you could put like up for your wall, trying to find your studs or whatever.
Yep.
But I mean, kids have already come around and started playing with the Holy System
I
already.
actually haven't. The Bells of Steel is the other one I think of when I see these.
Yep.
And that's one thing I haven't used one of these like single stack but dual Holy exits before. So this is another.
It's another Titan rack. This one was going to show off our new J hooks. We were playing around with it yesterday just because all of ours would be like that twist lock on the back.
Yep. I sold one of my previous versions that I had.
Oh, yeah.
Originally for I think it was back when you guys still had the T3. It was a roller J cup.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing. I was like trying to move it and twist the little threaded.
Well, we still got the T3.
Yeah.
Yeah. The spider arms, they do the same thing as well.
Oh,
This make it a little easier for the J-hook side. I didn't know if you caught that.
Cool, no, let me.
And then, go ahead, play with it. Play with it. Yeah, just the easiest.
I'm confused.
Yep,
by
the flip is on the bottom. Yep.
Okay.
Pull it down.
Whoa. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's why
Very easy.
I was like, I'm used to seeing like a square bracket.
Oh yeah. It was always a pain like, at our HQ gym. Everyone's different heights, and I'm only 5'10", and we got a couple guys that are over that 6 foot mark. It's a big difference going out of the way to twist.
For sure.
Twist the J-hook off and take it back down. Same thing with the spotter arms. Hope we got it right. Change it back up.
Oh, that's cool.
And then,
that is such a unique design. I have not seen something like that before.
there we go. Just have to get a line up.
blocking. And so there's some, you still do have a secondary like pitch fin slot.
Yep, absolutely.
But still, yeah.
Hey, there's some guys ripping out 400 or 500 pounds on a squat bar.
That's
so
cool. Is this
gotta keep it safe from them.
This squat stand is not one you guys have available.
It's not.
I don't think.
That was another prototype. Just kind of experiment with it, especially with it being out here.
You guys brought a lot of new.
A lot,
stuff,
yes. A lot of sneak peeks.
Yeah.
But the ones that care about gym stuff, they get to see it first.
And this one is sitting in my garage.
Yes.
This is one I had for review that I'm trying to hold on to as much as I can.
Yes.
Because the padding is great, like comfortable.
Yes.
The angle is great.
Yep.
The resistance curve, especially for leg extensions, is great.
Yep.
And the range of motion.
And the leg curls. So our previous one was plate loaded.
Yep.
And there's always a complaint saying like, oh, I can't get the.
I did the plate hack where you put the plate on the side so it starts at a little higher angle. Yeah.
And like even then, some people couldn't be that creative or whatever on the leg curl.
Yep.
So finally, our boy Tim got the ball rolling, trying to figure out how can we get some kind of resistance at the top, rather than just like at that bottom half.
Yeah.
And then here we are with the leg extension.
Yeah. I've said it in I did actually a review on this on my channel, and I said it for the video then too. So that was months ago. Still, I use this a couple times a week for both leg extension and leg curls. Because of the resistance curve, because of the cam, you can go heavy and still like go to failure because it tapers off a little bit at the end, just perfectly. So you get that big deep stretch at the bottom, and then when you're like fully locked out and and have a lot of like sheer force on your knees, it tapers off. Yeah, and you can just get a crazy pump.
Absolutely,
every single time. It's fantastic.
And it is coming back. I know it was on back order for a while. It is coming back.
She just told me last week or yesterday it was in stock again or something. So, I got it on the first round for a review.
We ordered a lot more than we did the first time, so we're ready for everyone coming in. Ready for the phone calls.
Now, is this the Nemesis?
The Nemesis. This one just came out recently, so it's already on our website, already selling. Double stack. Yep. You want to play around with those arms. Yeah.
But do you know offhand the price point on this? I don't remember.
Probably I want to say 25, 26.
Oh, that's very.
Should have looked at it now. Oh, absolutely. This is one of Herbo's, my boss's, one of his favorite machines. He's a big chest guy. So when it comes to flies or anything isolated, this is go-to.
Mind if I?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Try it out real quick?
Yeah.
So these move individually. Oh, the rollers are
ready. Very smooth.
Rollers are nice in there. I think I can see they're like metal rollers, so it helps rather than like UHMW or like something where it's like kind of getting stuck on this. Yeah. Because you're not. These are I'm assuming like stainless or some.
No, absolutely.
Like that. So no, that slides really nice.
Go get some flies in. Get some reps.
Before I head away and make sure it's like way too heavy for me.
Yep. Oh, there we go. What a man.
I've never used a single stack trainer before.
Yeah.
And for something with a small footprint to be able, so this is wider than like a normal functional trainer would be. I'm imagining this is like 50.
Like with the arms,
yeah, like 56 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
So obviously you can move them up and down.
Back up and down, yep.
Yeah. So.
You wind up.
They don't turn out though.
No.
So, but like if you wanted to do, I'm thinking like a lat pull down, like seated from the floor.
Even
then. Do like this?
Yeah.
Or would you go,
either or, like perfectly horizontal or up like this. We have the rope.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice the little.
Yep. Little stack for all the attachments. If I could get it off, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I have liked that about this and the lap tower, which we'll talk about here in a second. Is like your guys like integrated storage options for those.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. You have a million cable attachments that are all on the floor. Like you got to get pegboard or something for the wall.
And we've heard that And we'll go up to the next machine as well. So they both do come with this option for you to be able to stack up all your
It
attachments.
comes with it, the storage little arm
So
upright?
this will.
Okay.
And then we will sell this separate.
Okay.
So like I know a lot of people have like those ropes or like the little strap that everyone likes to do like their glutes extended with. You gotta be able to stack up on there and go crazy with it.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
trying to get like your arms,
Yeah.
trying to,
Oh, this is great.
there we go.
And is that plate storage on the back? I'm assuming you like put a weight plate there. Is that a little?
Where?
What is that thing for?
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's a weight plate. So
Yeah.
like,
If you need to add a little bit more, there's some people that are just repping out the entire stack on a pec deck or chest fly.
Yeah.
There's one guy that we had when he was modeling for this. 6'1", easily 240 pounds.
The guy who did the leg extension one, there's a guy who was just.
Oh no,
massive.
those are two different guys.
Okay, those
so
are massive.
He's like 5'10", 5'11", probably even bigger than the other guy.
Yeah.
We just get monsters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like them.
Yeah.
And this one's also out
what's this called? Is it
the cable tower, Selectorized cable tower.
Tower doesn't have like a brand name.
No,
like
not
that?
Nemesis, nothing fancy like that. I mean, when you just look at it, you just tell it's a monster already. But this one also comes with that extra upright.
Yep.
Does come with all these accessories to be able to like stack all your attachments on. Lat tower, and does have like 3 cables that you could be able to pull from.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we do have like this extension chain on this side. So if you're trying to do like, seated rows, you're able to do that with this option.
So
very much recommend that.
This is, I'm pretty sure this is a 1-to-1. 1-to-1.
Yep.
1-to-1.
And then this is a 2.
1? Okay,
Yes.
that makes the most sense. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So like Herbo, my boss, likes to be doing like the lat towers out on here, or lat pull downs.
Yep.
And you could be able to take the seat off.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can do that off. There we go.
Yeah.
So if you are trying to do, I just set it right there for now. So quick example, quick row, be able to, we're right there on this machine, put the seat back up, do your lat tower or your lat pull downs, seated row.
The bar storage, which is nice. I did a review. There's I'm not sure if you're familiar with Xmark. They're another brand. They have like a commercial version that's 100 inches.
Yeah.
No bar storage, first of all, which is a little bit bummer. And then the low row is not a 1-to-1. So you can max out the stack. I think was 260 pounds, 240.
Yeah.
But a low row, that's only 130 pounds on a low row. And it's like, everyone's going to be rowing, like, especially guys who are doing more than
Rowing the entire stack.
Yeah.
So
I had to get a weight pin adder, add like 3 plates, and then it was like about right for what it would be.
no, absolutely.
If you're gonna spend a couple $1,000s on
I'm a machine, you want to get every bit you can out of it. Here, I'm gonna just put that right here.
Yeah, good. That's a nice looking like Latzy too. Does that double actually? Well,
Is it one more time?
I actually real quick because I wanted to show this.
Yep.
I see the angle adjustments. Does that just
Yes,
double
to flatten that. I
chest
forgot to
pad?
mention
you're
that
good.
earlier.
Mind if I put it back on?
Yeah. Here.
All right, so that pops out.
Or no, it doesn't twist. It just
straight on.
straight on.
Look at that.
How many guys does it put to put a seat on the upright?
There we go.
There we go. Absolutely.
My first time. So this comes off.
Yep.
Then this. That's why it's narrow. I'm looking
you
at
can
it.
be
I
able
was
to-
like, that's a narrow Latzy, which is fine. So
Yep. I think we just put it a little low. Let's try this one up here.
Oh, so and it goes 90. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another one. Let's say
Use it as a back support for if you want to do like
like a
bicep
curl or
curl,
whatever
something
right
like that
there.
even, yeah.
Tricep extension
Yeah.
from the top.
Oh,
yeah.
that is one nice thing. Yeah, you could do those. Cool.
Just get a little creative with
Yeah,
it.
and then any. Oh, and you got the little angles on there, actually laser cut.
Yeah, for the
Look at
yes,
that.
sir.
Tiny little. I like it though. It's nice. It's a nice touch. Just tiny little laser cut on there.
There we go.
Cool. That's awesome. All right. Well,
There we go.
we can put. I don't know if we probably want to put the last
That's it.
back. Someone.
Yeah, we could throw that
Sit.
back on. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice little
I'm-
angle to that too. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, for your legs.
Yeah.
There's some people that have 30-inch quads out there.
Yeah.
Got to keep them happy as well.
Yeah. Nice little taper to it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
this way.
Slow that in. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. But that one is on our website.
Yep.
I think this is $29.99. Could be wrong. It's like ballpark around there. Old Dominion University. Their basketball program, they got their hands on them, 3 of them.
I love the storage too, both the upright and the built-in pegboard too.
Yep.
I know Rep did that on their Adonis.
Yep.
But that, and then you left this open too. I'm assuming something potentially if people want to do like weight stack with little adders or something later.
Absolutely.
That was one thing that I noticed on the Rep machine they did as well, because then you can put a weight storage pin or something like a bare steel weight stack pin, and then put plates on the side to load it extra, depending.
A lot more storage,
Beast.
Absolutely.
Cool stuff. All right, well, let's take me. There's a couple more over here.
I say,
if you wouldn't mind walking through those.
Yeah. Got another prototype right here.
It's called the multi-press. I'm looking.
Chest press, shoulder press.
So put the back adjustment.
Yes,
I know you'll get
absolutely.
there.
Is the pin on that side?
I'm already getting excited, so I can see the. I was like, oh, the bench adjusts. There we go.
Absolutely. So we do have, both for the wide grip for the bench, try to get that little stretch.
Yeah.
And then the close grip with the vertical grip.
Can I try it out real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So the seat adjusts too, I see. Oh,
Absolutely.
this is both. Okay.
There we go.
Does the seat also go up, or is it saying just a fixed?
I say it stays right there. Yep.
That's why I thought I was doing it first. Oh man.
Oh.
I'm not. Wait, I saw this. Here we go.
Yep. You can raise that.
Yep.
There we go.
Come down a little bit. It was a little
low.
little too close to my my chest.
Get a big push. Oh, you do a suicide grip with the thumb on top.
For machines, I like doing that because I feel like I can actually press through my palms.
Oh, I heard. I always get scared with that.
Yeah.
You got to roll as wide for your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get that stretch.
Cool. And then I would like to see how high it goes for the. So is this the highest position, or it goes all the way up to a shoulder?
Yep. All the way up to the shoulder.
Oh man.
And then if you want, Thank you, boss.
Yeah.
Yep. Exact same thing. So
cool.
Get in. Try to go with that shoulder press.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I owned your plate loaded version of this for many years too. The I don't remember what it's officially called, shoulder press, and it's actually got the little fly on there too. I assume you guys still sell
that one. We still do. I think this is going to be replacing it again. I don't make the decisions.
Yeah, and the nice little different grips.
Yep.
Sometimes when I actually also like doing these like facing the seats sometimes too, just to change like, rather than pushing up and back, go pushing a little bit forward as well. But
I always feel like Rocky from Rocky 4. If you remember when him and when Drago were fighting, or before the fight, they're in Hearts on Fire.
Yeah.
Big Rocky fan. The whole shoulder press when you had everybody in the carriage, Drago, just yelling. I always feel like that when I'm using this machine.
That's cool.
Come on.
That's cool stuff. Awesome. All right, then I see one other one.
And then this one is also a prototype as well. Yeah.
What is?
Yeah, back extension ab machine. Yes.
Okay.
So you could be able to adjust it both ways to be able to do your weighted crunches, do your back extensions. I think, is it on that? Yes.
So for a crunch, you just put it across your torso?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go this way, here.
Okay.
For your lower back, push back this way. And then, wait, do I have that right? Yes. And then for your abs, if I got them strong enough.
Oh, cool. There you go.
So I guess I got lucky. I don't need to adjust it, but.
Yeah, perfect height.
Yeah.
Nice.
This one's also a prototype. Don't have a date for when it would be available.
Yeah.
But whenever they do, I mean, usually these machines go by fast.
Yeah.
Our last one was plate loaded. So kind of like same story with all the other ones. No one wants to go out of their way, take off 45s, 25s.
Yeah.
When they want to be able to selectorize and get through their workouts quick.
Yeah.
When you get the pump, you don't want to lose it.
Yeah. Well, and the fact you're offering them, I mean, that was another besides the black aesthetics that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
That was the big thing about Titan is machines. I mean, there was a lot of machine options that were like, and they were affordable.
Yeah.
And, now we've seen the industry change for people at first people just wanted like a machine because,
just to get the job done. Yeah.
But then people realize like, oh, it takes a lot of time, or you have plates, you got to move them around.
Yeah.
I think as more people have gotten into like the home gym space and are now investing in the home gyms.
Absolutely.
Time and efficiency and the Selectorized is a thing. Yeah. So coming out with these like revamped versions, if you want to call it that. Obviously, like offers up the plate loaded ones.
Yes.
Those are still super functional.
Absolutely.
With things like the leg extension, leg curl, like a lot of attention to detail. like the padding,
Yep.
the branding, the
Absolutely.
colors,
The little vinyl look.
everything,
Yep.
everything looks really cohesive and good. So
Very much.
yeah, I'm excited to see more from Titan, see more from you guys, and then see what more about other reviews and what people like and all this. So thanks, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. That's so
It's
cool.
very intentional, yeah. So you'll
it's
see.
thoughtful. It's simple, but it's,
I mean, it takes out a movement of being able to rotate, put in and then rotate back down. It's just one movement. It can be done with one hand if you needed to.
I'll have you look at the kind of the close up here.
So it has an indent on that side, and right at there, we did play around with different like magnets on the inside to hold it. We then thought it was too hard to get off.
Yeah.
So we scrapped that idea and then just made the indent so that it does sit in, so it's not going to accidentally fall out. So it's a safety feature as well.
Yeah.
But it's also just something that
I also like this little knurled. Again, at first I thought I was like, I got unthreaded or something, and then I was like, oh no, this is all just like a secure.
Yeah, so we had played around with nothing on there to see if you could just get it off with that. We found it was a lot easier to have something to pull onto. We looked at the sizing of it to see if we had like the same size as that, just like straight out. So we landed on this. Even just down to like there is a metal plate that sits on the inside for stability purposes that the countersunk bolts sink into. But then we wanted that UHWM plastic to really like protect your barbell on either side versus like a plastic in the middle for some color and then like the metal on the outside. So we went through a lot of iterations. So you'll see a lot of this start to pop up on like our arms and our spotter arms of this new logo. So this is our new Cornerstone logo.
I like the geometric.
So you'll see a lot of that start to play around with a lot of the attachments. Like the shrouds have the natural curve as well.
Everything either has like a brushed aluminum, like lightly knurled, the knurls knobs on the back of here. It's all, the attention to detail is look. I'm gonna
So I'll walk you through that next. So these are our like 360-degree arms. Like these are our free moving arms.
I'm looking at this little notch.
We essentially took this T-pin from our sliding bench that allows you to unlock and lock. So we wanted to be able to, you'll see a lot of arms this weekend that just have the ability to go up and down as well as rotate. We will be the first ones to be able to do this as well. So this is our free moving arm.
As soon as it moved on me, I was like, I know that's like intentional.
Exactly. So we've done that on purpose. We redesigned this whole thing. We didn't want to make it too long that it was going to be in anyone's way. We want to also make it to try and maximize the height. So we looked at like maxing out our units at 88 inches top.
What is this? What is the, if you know what the rack is?
The top height, so it's 80-inch uprights.
Okay.
The top height on this, which is to the top of this point here, is 88 inches. So it fits in all 90-inch garages and rooms. But then the only thing that does go above that, if you do have the ceiling height, is that top height there.
But obviously you don't have to put it up to the top of the store.
Correct. So obviously the benefit of that is if you want to do lat pull downs on the side, you're going to do lat pull downs in the center. So you have 2-to-1s on each side. You have 2-to-1 on each of these as well, which then makes that 1-to-1. You then have 1-to-1 on each of the bottom low row pulleys. So you get a 1-to-2 ratio. So when you're doing a low row, when you add our sliding bench in, you can then get potentially up to a 600-pound
light press up.
Correct. So if you have a 200-pound stack.
So how do you, and so I'm sorry, how do you engage the 1-to-2?
You just use both. So they're 1-to-1 each. So then you're doubling up. So there's like 2-to-1, 2-to-1, 1-to-1 each. So then because of the one cable that goes up. So we're very intentional to not just make like one cable.
That makes so much sense.
So you get 1-to-2. So it's super heavy.
And 200 pounds.
200 pounds, so 2 potential upgrades to go 250 and 300.
Okay. Do you guys also offer like the Wade Hatter sleeves pins that like companies to like the gym pin style?
We have a whole ecosystem of stuff coming out that will be.
Most companies are seeing that people want to be able to do that. Plus, you are paying at some point, like the cost of these things is incrementing due to like the waste that comes in all of this. So I'm not going to make a 400-pound stack because not everyone's using that. Because the person who wants to do whatever.
Which is also why we didn't put 300 pounds to begin with, right? A lot of people are going, oh, ours is 300. It's like, well, we still need to be affordable to the customer as well.
I bring that question a lot with like even just, we were at Temple of Gains and Titan earlier for like just their machines. Like, oh, well, why does this only have this weight stack? And it's like because the people who use it for more than that is like a small percentage.
Yeah,
So-
and our most popular rack is our C10 currently, which is a 2x2 upright.
Yeah.
So we're in 28 countries.
Yeah.
So we've seen that, you know, like the US is our hub for this, but we see a lot of the rest of the world like the 2x2 more than the 3x3. So
And that's why this is a 3x3. That's one thing I didn't mention earlier going through this. I don't think this is your first 3x3 from
this is our
perspective at all.
first 3x3.
Exactly.
Is our first
3x3.
3x3. So this is
1 inch holes.
and it is a true 3x3. So just
Yeah.
49 inches outside to outside.
Okay.
So we're not trying to suck you into an ecosystem
Yeah.
that doesn't already exist. So
Yep.
we wanted to really play to your strength. If you have your favorite, you know, other attachment, it will fit on here.
Yeah. No, this is great. Is that a magnetic landmine?
It is a magnetic landmine.
Oh, that's cool. I like.
The more that you look into this, the more.
Yeah.
So
No,
that that is obviously just a 1-inch pin again with the adjustments on this side.
Yeah.
So it's not a barbell holder, but it is designed to get it off the ground. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing with our machines, with this machine in particular, we wanted to make everything intentional.
Yeah.
So everything about this machine is on purpose. So it was not just doing it for the sake of doing it.
I'm even looking at the sleeve material here, like it's some sort of
The
thermoplastic type thing.
the sleeve material, the ability to hide the Smith bar from the side, so you
Yeah.
can't actually see that it's a Smith bar from the side.
Yeah.
We changed this to make it a lot more compact as well, so we don't have the hook system
Yeah.
that traditionally is a lot
Yeah.
wider.
This is
So we made it a lot more compact as well.
And because one complaint I've seen about other locking mechanisms is if it has like the I don't know, like the pin system,
It
where-
misses.
well, it misses or then it's encroaching on like rack space too.
Correct.
So like if you do like pressing,
So you have a lot of space in here as well.
yeah,
So you have a lot of space. So like we played around with versions of it being like the depth of it being a lot more compact as well. We just didn't find it was your best bang for fuck. So we intentionally picked this rack depth to be deeper than that on purpose.
Yep.
The biggest thing with that is the Smith bar and the front upright are connected by one upright. So there's like that's your safety for the barbell
Yep.
or for the Smith bar.
Yeah.
So we wanted to separate that on this.
The integrated safeties for the Smith is really nice. That
Correct.
they're on the same sliding mechanism.
Yeah.
And then I even noticed the height of the Smith. Like she can walk in here. I didn't notice that the first time because
that was-
obviously I'm 6'2", so when you go in these all-in-ones,
Yeah.
you're like you're ducking way underneath it.
That was one change that we made on our new G12. So
Yeah.
we made that from the original one. It was one upgrade. I was like, I'm sick of knocking into it. So as just a part of the development, we're like, hey, like this makes sense. Like we use this stuff on the daily. So we're like, this makes sense. Like let's change it.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
just going to
100%.
do stuff for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
So we moved it on our G12. We then integrated it into the C10. And then that's something that we're going to keep as like our standard going forward.
Yeah.
So you can, use it like you will see the difference, like the aggressiveness on the
Yeah.
barbell here. You do have markings for like your IPF and IWF on there.
Yeah.
So you can still train as well.
Yeah. Everything, I know I stopped by yesterday before this was open and we didn't talk about it too much, but everything I'm looking at from the end caps, like the blacks, like anodized or whatever, that is, like it looks, the attention to detail on this is
Even just the consistency of the actual uprights
Yeah.
themselves, like
or even things like the additional little storage here, not just there,
So this obviously included, so we made our attachments aluminum so that they're a lot lighter because no one likes stupidly heavy attachments.
Yep.
So we made them a lot lighter. We kept that classic tricep rope. This is our assisted dip strap so that you can use assisted pull-ups, assisted dips, and you can load them as well. So this can come down to a belt squat that we have set up there as well, that we had set up as well.
Yep.
So you can do a belt squat off one side.
Yeah.
The magnets on the collars, the close grip triangle also works as a T-bar landmine row as well.
Yeah.
So it has the
Oh, I
has-
see it. I see it.
It has the 28,
Oh,
30
I won't
mil
grab it, but yeah, I see it.
to get that into.
When you said that, I was like, oh, it's going to be a beat up. I think going to the gym and all the bodybuilders would just wrap it around the back of
Correct.
the barbell. And
Yeah.
So,
So we're like, well, people are doing it. We might as well make something
yeah,
fit it.
that's so cool.
So
There's a lot, like, I expect usually, like, on either iterations or new products, you're like, oh, yeah, I fixed this thing or this thing. But there's like, at least 10, 12, 15
this is from the
things
ground. Like I
I'm
could give you 50 things on this.
Yeah,
that we
that's
changed
really
from previous
cool.
versions. We really wanted to do 3x3 right, and that's why we kind of waited to do it properly.
Or even the things like you chose to put the laser cut numbers on the inside because that's where people.
So
Yeah.
and you do have the ability when you built this, and the same on the C20 and the C10, to put the handles on the inside as well.
Yep.
If you want to.
Yeah.
So you can, if you don't need the length on the outside, you're a little bit smaller. You can still stand inside and move these pulleys up and down.
That's been my complaint with the GetRx Tornado and the Rep Aries, is that I prefer, just like from a speed thing, and depending on your space too is the other thing. Like, like you have to go all the way outside and like get on here, adjust it around, and be a lot faster. Like, oh, I just want to adjust this. I'm already in here with the weight stack. Like, adjust this down, adjust the weight stack pin, and now I'm back moving.
So so we have made it universal, so you can put it on either side depending on which way you want it to go.
A center mount on here.
Correct. There's a lot of tolerance here as your cables stretch to then be able to put that back on and still have the tolerance that you need.
Yep. And to be fair to those companies, depending on like if the pulley is on the, your pulleys are center of these uprights or, tubes. If it's on the outside, then okay, it has to kind of attach to the bracket on the outside. So before everyone gets upset about like, oh, well, it has to be that way. So, but I like it. Yeah, I like that.
Even just things like so these are all connected with our 1-inch bolts, so that you can adjust these anywhere. You can take the pegboard off. You can move the shelf up. You can buy an extra shelf that will be coming out as well to have whatever storage you want at the back. You can move this up as well depending on where your leg press plate wants to sit. The leg press plate will come with the sliding bench. So it'll extend it with this.
Like, just stay on it. Does it get in the way of anything?
No.
Okay. So
because you move the foot plate all the way back, out of the way.
Yep.
And we have, so it does adjust up and down as well, depending on if you want to do any incline or any decline stuff as well, depending on your ankle mobilities. So the biggest thing is a training background. So we really want to make it usable. And just really like elevate the next.
Do you guys have a date yet for this, like, or expected time window?
We're saying Q3.
Okay,
Q3
soon. What any ideas on pricing, or is that all wildly up in the web on how
it'll be
geopolitical
around that 6K mark?
Okay, And what does the C10 cost?
That is 4.5 right now.
Okay,
yeah. So that with the tariffs and everything.
Does it include a bench with it or no?
This doesn't include a bench.
Does or does not?
Okay, doesn't. All right.
Just the C10? I don't know.
The C10, that bench comes separate as well.
Yeah.
So it's a separate add-on.
And then speaking of which, is the same bench going with this, or?
The same bench will work with this if you have a C10 bench already. But stay updated. We are working on a new bench as well.
Okay. Yeah. And I imagine, based on some of the, let's say the upgrades or the thought that went into here, there's going to be similar
the same thought process is being through the rest of the range that is coming out. We have a full 3x3 ecosystem on its way.
So is it outside of just this rack, so other rack configurations as well? Wow. And all around Q3 is or is this going to be like the flagship 3x3 and then
we'll launch them steadily? Yeah. So it's all going to be part of the plan moving forward. So we don't want to launch them all at the same time. But it's all part of the system that's coming out soon.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Cool. Well, anyways, I appreciate you taking me through this and showing it off. I'm excited to see it and start seeing it in people's gyms, get it reviewed, and get people using it out in the wild.
It's been a long time coming, so I'm glad it's finally in the open for people to see.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks, Chris. I appreciate you taking this through.
No worries at all.
And hope you guys can see some of this soon on the channel. So I'm here with Frank Bison from Iron Bull Strength, CEO, correct?
Yep.
All right, he's gonna walk me through, answer some questions about the Iron Bull Strength brand and about some of the products here, right?
So what caught your eye first?
Well, the Frankenstein uprights are the first thing that I saw on here. So it's the keyhole all the way around. My review of that should be out, actually, this video, the HomeGymCon video, will be out first. Then in a couple weeks, so people will be seeing, so 3 to 4 weeks, some people will be seeing my review of the Frankenstein uprights on a PR2 post. So that caught my eye because that's unique, and we'll talk about that probably separately more there. But honestly, these Lamborghini-looking trolley wheels, cables, brackets are what caught my eye. So tell me a little bit about these. This is a newer product, right?
Right. So that's our plate-loaded functional trainers. So we call it the FTPL. It's a conventional trolley with rollers.
Is it metal, UHMW?
UHMW.
Okay.
So they're equipped with bearings.
Yep.
We've got the regular 5/8 pop-in behind, knurled handles, And then that's our kind of our unique design.
I love the badging for the logos. Again, I love the little like shroud covers for this. Yeah, it all looks very good. Even I was looking at the nameplate for the Iron Bull Strength. It just looks right.
Right. So
Yeah.
since we manufacture everything in-house,
Yeah.
well, we can go out and do our stuff
Yeah.
the way we want to do it.
Yep.
So we're not copying anyone. We're just starting with the basic issue,
Yeah.
what problem we want to solve, and then we just start from scratch.
Yeah. Now, you make all these the racks and this stuff in Canada. That's a new facility, right? And last year.
We opened it up in November last year, so
Okay.
we've been going at it for a few months only.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff in the works. And then you're gonna see
You do also all the painting, everything in house too.
everything in house. So
I had a question. Do you guys offer custom colors for any of your stuff, or not yet? Just
yeah, we've got actually that's our in-stock colors right here.
Oh, cool.
So we've got
Oh, this is okay. This is so cool. I can't tell if it's just textured or it almost looks
it's all
metallic.
textured. Yeah,
Yeah.
every color is textured.
Yeah.
So you get that kind of
That's cool.
matte look
Yeah.
with a little texture in
Yeah.
there.
The texture makes it like shine a little bit, or like catches the light, and that's why it almost looks like a little metallic. Interesting seeing here. Cool.
So those are the stock colors
Yeah.
for the uprights, for the power racks. For dumbbells, since they're Cerakote,
Yeah.
you got a wide area of
I've looked at those quite a few times. Yeah.
So those are just some of the colors we offer that we have in stock.
Yep. But and actually, if we could we walk over here, I'll come back to the rack. But you offer different colors for the handles and the heads, right?
Right. So
Yep.
you choose the handle color, the head color, the outer plate color, and the inner plate color. And then you can put any logo you want on there.
Yeah. I was gonna say these would look pretty good with a Jungle Gym logo on there.
And they would.
And now is there another finish you're offering to this, like a clear coat too, that I think I've seen on the website?
You can add a clear coat on the basic color. So
And it'll go over both the handle or the head too?
Yep.
Okay.
exactly.
Does it change the texture of it at all?
It's a little thicker.
Okay.
And it's glossy. It
Yep.
gives a glossy look.
Yep. But these are not clear coat.
Not the handle.
Okay.
Only the head. So right
Alright.
now that's CNC finished steel.
Yep.
With the clear coat on it,
Okay.
which gives the stainless steel look.
Gotcha. I really like the knurling and diameter of these dumbbells. I mean, these are what, 29, 20?
28.5. So
Okay.
the same as a barbell.
Yeah, I personally really like that. I've actually come full circle from I hated thin dumbbells for a while, and then I got up to the really like thick handles. And then for most people, unless you have really big hands, like especially when you're pressing or when you're pulling, like to get your whole hand around it or to get it in that like, on top of your like force path. Yeah, it's a little easier when it's a little narrower because you can like keep your wrist pretty neutral. So
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we went with the 28.5.
yeah,
Just
the reason
easier
why
for-
barbells are, the way they are too.
Exactly, especially on like pulling movement.
Yeah.
You don't want a 35 millimeter.
Yeah, it's how you're gonna like. It's not like rock climbing or something.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Cool. So we're also gonna come out with a 25 millimeter version for women.
Yeah.
So a specific set for women.
Yeah. Cool.
Smaller grip, just
Yeah.
like the barbells
Yeah.
can. And
Cool.
that's gonna be a first.
Yeah. Awesome. And you guys, from what I understand, you make. What's the highest weight you make? Because you make them for like commercial gyms and stuff too. So you up to 150, 120?
There's actually a 200-pound dumbbell right there.
Oh my gosh! I'm not even gonna try to pick that up. Yeah. Wow.
Right now we stop at
that's a-
250.
Stop at 250.
Yeah, but that's a 200-pound we brought
No
just for
way.
people to try it.
Wow. That is. I want to put it in a little perspective, like how, like big that is. I'm just thinking to myself that like, it doesn't bend.
Doesn't bend.
It doesn't bend. How are these fixed on here? I assume they're like threaded or pressed or.
Yeah, they're pressed, glued, and welded.
Wow. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pick that up and make a fool of myself. But
I think that's 2 or 3 people were able to get it off before.
I just ate breakfast and I'm like, I don't know, that sounds like a bad idea. All right, so this has some new things. So this is a new Again,
So latest prototype.
Yeah.
So selectorized functional trainer.
yeah, I see that.
Fresh out the oven.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a time to have the custom stickers for the weight.
Oh, the weight, yeah.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have you come in here a little bit too. And I actually, because this is the first thing I notice, which is this reminds me of power blocks.
Yeah.
Rather than weight stack pit. Why'd you decide to do that versus the single stack?
No,
Thinner plates, it looks like.
the plates are made in house.
Yep.
So
Oh.
if they're laser cut steel.
Yep.
So having a hole to put in the pin
Yeah.
was more complicated
Oh.
to manufacture. So we
Well,
just
what is the stack, by the way? The weight, because it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't. The stickers didn't make it in time. So there's the.
so that's a 310-pound stack.
And the reason that's why they're so thin, especially some of the bigger ones I see here. This first section,
Yeah.
and then the
So
about
the,
like 10 and 15 or something.
and the first section we wanted small increments.
Okay.
So for
Fives.
yeah, they jump up on 5-pound increments and then 10-pound increments.
Okay. So
On side laterals or all the smaller movements, you want a smaller gap between the weights.
100%.
So that's why we decided to do it this way.
And this is a 2-to-1.
That's a 2-to-1.
So
ratio, yeah.
so it's 2.5-pound jumps then. If these are 5-pound plates.
They're 10-pound plates.
5-pound. 5. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say that'd be some really like small micro loading. Is there a reason why the two?
No, it's just for super settings, so you don't need to. You just need
okay. I've seen the different. I want to get a pair of them at some point. They go to the weight stack hole and they have like a spring loaded, so when you're done with your set, and you drop the weight down, it'll eject it. Right. That's so cool. Yeah.
You can see the concept here. Yeah. It's just going in between the teeth
Yeah.
and hooking the whole
That's
fast.
so cool. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna show you on this side, Meg. Am I not pulling it?
There's another
Well,
one.
I'm like, okay, you said it was 5 pounds. Is the top plate like 40? It's like, I swear. It's showing the little teeth there. That is cool. That is unique.
Close like it.
Honestly, it looks, the stack being like pancake plated, it looks really cool with no
It's
holes in
unique.
it. Yeah, for sure.
It really looks unique.
Yeah. And then I see things like the pegboard sheets. I'm assuming you'll be able to, buy one or more. And you guys have dumbbell storage and stuff for the rack, so I'm assuming that's another thing you can add on.
We have all the available shells for in-rack storage.
Yeah, I like your dumbbell storage too because you can adjust the angle. There's like a bunch of different angle adjustments for the dumbbells.
Exactly.
So cool.
Buy one over there, actually,
Yeah.
on the 69-inch rifle. There.
Yeah. So and then the lever arms, I'll be showing those in my review a little bit more as well. I don't have the spotter arms though because I have safety spotters in my rack. But then the functional trainer you have here, but it's weight stack, right? So it's still up. Wait, does this adjust too?
Yep.
Oh, so so this one's the. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. So this is a functional trainer trolley that you're used to seeing, but then you guys also have the lat bracket built into this one. It looks like, right? So this is a whole different. Oh, what was I?
Oh, it's a 2-piece here.
Oh,
So it's fully retrievable.
for whatever reason, this is mirroring. I literally thought this was like a more pushed out version of that, so that you could like put it higher and come away farther back. I see it now. Never mind. We're all that makes sense. But that is cool that when it folds down, it kind of fits on top of each other right there too. So it's cool. See what else out here. This is new.
Yep, that's also new.
Yep.
Not out yet.
Is it a lat seat and so you can do it?
That's a seal
lat seat
pad,
and zero lat.
flash,
Yep.
seat pad,
Yep.
flash,
Back pad.
hip thrust pad.
Yep.
So you can actually
Oh,
do hip thrust with it.
Yeah.
Which is very nice for ladies.
Yeah.
That was
sure.
a feature they requested.
Yeah. I
So-
find myself with these a lot doing like you put it up against here and you do like standing bicep curls, or you can put it when you, let's say you have the trolley up to the top, you could use it for like back supported like tricep extension, stuff like that. But there's a lot of use for this, especially when the bracket that attaches to the rack adjusts, and I can see all the 12 different or whatever different angle adjustments are on the pad here. So cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Well, let's keep walking over here. This is the
That's our premium bench.
this is
That's the 2.0, so the revised one from when we launched. Tons of features in there.
yep. Another thing that this and the covers for the pulleys, the shrouds, like again, it looks like a nice car. I'm a car guy, so that's the first thing I see is like, oh, this is some like
That gives
European like $200,000 car.
exactly.
So it looks good though. It's good. So cool. And then this is the one you were talking about, which is the light version of that.
That's the light version of that.
Same, looks like same
ladder.
length, same width pad.
12-inch width.
Okay.
Same weight, just around 60 pounds.
Yeah. And that
Total,
one's
so-
probably what, 100?
110.
Okay. And what's the price difference on these? Is that one like 600 and this is
That's
4?
600. That one's 450,
Okay.
I think.
Nice. Yeah.
So that one also declines. So you can do a slight decline.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen this single ladder style before either. But I
Yeah,
like
and
it. So
then
rather
others
than,
get-
because usually what it is, two sides and like the center supported, but this little lip on whatever this is.
It's to prevent any side chips.
Yep.
So very stable,
Yeah.
very sturdy,
Yeah.
but extremely lightweight.
Cool. And color options for all of these, do you offer the same as like
Same
the
as the
racks?
racks.
Okay.
So pink, purple, green, gray, white.
Cool. And then this is the traditional PR. What do you call these? Do you have the name for the uprights themselves? I don't remember what the 4-post rack
Yeah,
name
that's
is.
half rack size
Okay.
with the high-low cable pulley system.
Yep.
So you can do lat pull downs, rows, and you got
How is that?
the belt squat.
How is that at the middle right now? How is this not at the bottom?
We pulled it to put it.
Oh, okay. It's
maybe
got a little
at-
tension there.
Right.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if.
if you want to
one
do
thing I did-
rows,
Yeah, that
you
makes
gotta
sense.
put it against it,
Yep.
and then
Oh, so this is for whatever reason, when I first saw this from across the booth, I thought this was rack mounted, like fixed to the rack, but no, it's like an actual thing you can set to the side.
it's
So
an
you,
attachment. So you
Nice.
just you roll it in. You can do your rows.
yeah, and then I'll talk about that in my review on the high-low pulley here, but that actually was a struggle for me. Was trying. I wish I had a dedicated platform to do belt squats.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So
that,
that's the attachment to
yeah.
do both.
yeah,
And we're also gonna have one to do just basic rows for the rest of the piece.
this is heavy duty.
It is.
I expect
It's quite heavy.
My gosh, I expected it to be like a plastic, just for like a cost saving or like a thick plastic. No, I thought this is nice. Wow.
That's also a prototype. So
Yeah.
we're gonna slim it down a little.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, this is that's the coolest looking low row foot plate I've seen. That's wild. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And everything else on here is pretty. I don't know that I've seen these plates before. Are these something you've offered for a while? Like I don't know. They look like they're like a 3-piece. Like a face and like some sort of insert on the inside.
exactly. So those are our new circle plates.
Yeah.
Fully customizable as well.
Yeah.
You can choose the color, logo.
That is really cool that you have the control over the manufacturing and everything, so you can offer these. That's why no one offers like custom stuff like that, because it'd be astronomical probably to switch. Actually, that's a question for you. How do you manage that then with like? I guess maybe you're not having like a production line thing so much. Are you doing like single batch? Like meaning, so like I work in automotive manufacturing, and if you stop a production line from working, that's a lot of money. But like you guys then, maybe it's you have just your process. You're able to just spit out a 4-post at once or like whatever it is.
Right. So the core of the product remains the same, and we just switch the upper plate.
Okay.
To make the
Yep.
the customization.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we most of our days of production are basic products.
Yep.
And then we dedicate 1 day per week for everything custom.
There you go. Okay.
Which gives those small lead time.
Yeah.
That's That's why you have a week or two more
Yep.
in lead times for custom products, but everything else is pretty.
Yeah. And people are probably okay waiting too. So
And you got the stainless steel hub, so you don't ruin your paint when you put in
cool.
plates on the bags or on the barbells.
Those are cool. Well, let's, I know there's one other thing I was really interested in seeing here. We'll walk on over.
There's actually two.
Oh, two. All right, let's see. This is cool.
Those are our new colors that will come out in a few weeks.
Force USA was just showing me theirs, and Titan was just showing me theirs as well. So that's really interesting to me because barbell collars, I didn't think, like, I think a lot of the companies starting to do this, and so they're like, hey, we can make our own version of that. But like prior, I had never been one of the people who was like, you know, we need better barbell collars. But I don't know when or who started it, but I love to see that everyone's coming out with their own version. So that's cool. So do you have to
quick lock? You just push them in, and they're locked right there.
Okay.
You want to pull them out?
Yeah.
You just squeeze the lip,
There you go.
comes out.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the little like ball bearing things in there. So like sort of spring mechanism holding those in, and
Exactly. Yeah. They're extremely tight.
cool.
We can do a test. Stand up there.
No way. You hold it while I stand on here? You got it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. You want me to? That's scary. That's pretty crazy because it's just plastic too, right?
It is.
Wow.
But the concept, like the more you push on it, the stronger it is.
Yeah.
The barbell.
That is so cool. Honestly, that terrifies me a little bit. So cool. Yeah, and then this one reminds me of I think the first company I saw do this was Rogue with their, I don't even know what's called, Monster or something tower or cave. I don't know.
Yep. So we call it the functional storage.
Yeah.
So it's basically a storage section, but with fixed high-low pulleys.
Yeah.
So on functional trainers, there's not many people using the middle section.
I was just talking to Isaac about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we decided to just do a fixed high and low pulley
Yeah.
station, and then
And using the same uprights as your high and low bowls.
So it's the same system as the CPS.
Yeah.
Same trolley, same system.
And then this obviously adjusts a little bit so you can go in and out. Yeah. Cool. I mean, might try a. Is this meant to, is that meant to be a foot support, or is that just part of like structural support, the little mini feet there?
Yeah, it's just holding the whole tower.
Yeah, and then your plate loaded saves some cost for people as well, right? Meaning not like a weight stack. Do you have an option to do the weight stack on here? Or are you guys going to?
Yeah, we're gonna
Go do that?
our selectorized weight stack.
So that'll be, so
On
basically,
every product?
I was gonna say, anything you offer not plate loaded, then you can do. Are you gonna do it for the, are you ever gonna have a single center mount plate stack?
We're working on it.
Okay, because I'm thinking, you know, a center mount high low pull. Someone just wanted that, but they don't want a plate loaded.
Yep, we've got different variations of the selectorized weight stack right there.
I was one of those people that was a use case for me for a while, is I had a separate functional trainer, so I didn't want the sides. I always just wanted a lat pull down low row. And then obviously having belt spot would be nice too, so cool. Yeah, no, this is great. And I'm assuming just, is it one fixed width based on like a 70-inch or something, based on the length of whatever your cross members are for those?
Yep, well,
Like the 70,
that's a 69-inch
69
width, but you can do it on power rack width.
Yep.
So it would be 42-inch in between the uprights.
Yep.
But that one's a 69.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Anything else you think of that we didn't cover here? I think we went through most everything.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah. And some other stuff I know, I think it was with Joe Gray, Great Matter Lifting. You did an AMA a couple months ago now.
Yep.
I was going to say, is there anything else exciting coming out from Iron Bowl? I see a lot of the rack, you know, rack stuff. I remember one thing that I had heard in that was something about some machines, leg extension, leg curl. Those still on the way?
We're working on a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
We wanted to concentrate on the ecosystems.
Yes.
So we kind of put the leg extension on.
Yeah.
As we're,
Well, I think it's super important because you went from like racks to now, you know, trolley style functional trainers, different color options, starting to do the attachments, the lever arms. Like that's really important stuff.
right.
And that's what people are buying first, most likely. Or I just did a video on like how to build your home gym. It's what they should buy first when trying to build their home gym, rather than just like a standalone dedicated machine. So
Exactly.
cool. Well, that's awesome.
We kind of orient our vision with the feedback we get from users.
Yeah.
So sometimes we think it's a good idea to go for leg extension or leg curl.
Yep.
But then we get requests for like, do you guys have a steel rope pad? Do you guys have a selectorized weight stack?
Yep.
So we're changing direction as we go. But I think we're gonna come out with a bunch of cool stuff.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well,
Working on that.
Yeah, I'm thanks again. I'm excited to see what's in store from Iron Bowl, so I'll definitely keep an eye out. Great. Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah. All right, I'm here with Andrew of Bells of Steel, and we're gonna do a walkthrough of the booth and kind of go through some of the products you have. Just some potentially new things that I'm seeing, like this. Actually, first off, this 3x3 tower upright.
Yes, this is a whole tower system.
With the keyholes. I love the keyholes.
It's going to be plate loaded and pin stacked, the selectorized.
Yep.
This is launched in Canada already.
Oh,
Will be
cool.
launched in the US hopefully soon.
Yep.
And then we have a couple prototypes attached to it.
Yep,
So the
I
light
see that.
holder is a prototype of ours.
Yep.
And then the Zero Pad seat combo
Yep.
is also a prototype. No official like finalized word on it, but
And does this adjust angle too?
they all adjust.
Oh, there it is. I wasn't stepping far back enough that I could see it. I figured the chest, it'd be chest and whatever
all
else.
that fun stuff.
Cool. So this is kind of like, I mean, I was just talking shows at the Titan booth earlier.
Yep.
And you guys had, I think, a pretty successful like cable tower with the weight stack, but it was a 2x2?
2.3 by 2.3.
Okay.
So our 60 millimeter long.
Yeah. So this is just like the 3x3 version of that. And I'm sorry, you can still connect it to, like if someone wanted to connect it to a stringer or a wall, you can do that?
So this is just a random.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. I didn't see that.
All I did was take a pull-up bar.
Yeah.
I attached it to one of our uprights.
Yep.
I did that for just kind of show its versatility.
Yep.
But yeah, you can attach it however you want. This back upright comes as an option.
Yep.
And then it comes with these hooks too.
Yep.
So if you just want to plug it into a wall, you can.
So you can do it without this and just like this
100%.
straight into a wall.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like our other version.
Yep. Yep.
And this was like really solid, really beefy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like that it has like the same selectorized as our other stuff.
Yep.
2-to-1 and 1-to-1.
Yep.
And it comes with these upgraded swivel shacks, which
Yeah,
I really
cool.
like.
Yeah.
It's been a huge addition because an issue we ran into with some of our other products is the cables twist. This twists individually. Now,
Yeah.
So now the cables aren't rotating.
Yep.
So we can get a lot of cable wear if you don't have that.
Yep.
So new design we're doing.
Yeah. And then I see something I'm really interested in on the back. Here's the shoulder boulder.
Shoulder boulder.
This is not yet available for sale yet in the US, or
These are available for
on the
sale.
website now? Or maybe it was out of stock last I checked.
They go out of stock
Okay.
very fast.
Yeah.
So same thing. We upgraded a couple different things on it.
Yeah.
We did like a version 1, and then we scaled it just a little bit. We added, a couple different things and changed some of the angles, beefed up some of the welding. It went to this screw pin in the back, which I like a lot better
Okay. Yep.
than the pop pin. You can also put a pin through it too, which is cool.
Yeah, I'd love to try it out. I have had and reviewed the Bolt Fitness. I don't remember what it's called. They have a rack attached version, but it's a lot more involved. They have like a top piece and a bottom piece, and so you have like all this stuff that you're like taking on and off the rack. So this is like very utilitarian, yeah. But I assumed it is very functional also. This reminds me, I've made like DIY versions of this with like 3x3 tube on these 3x3 racks. The angles on it are pretty nice. There's been a few lateral, even like machines that I've used that like these don't always like feel the most natural when you're doing this. So I think it's what, 250 bucks? $200.
Something.
You know, yeah, somewhere there. And so
Just because like when prototypes change, like the price changes.
Yeah,
So
I
it
can
used to be roughly that.
see this guy. I don't think I have those on. It's all right, close enough.
Line doesn't fly.
Oh wait. So how am I do? Well, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, it doesn't do fly?
It does, but you have to do like,
For whatever reason, I thought, or is it? Oh, you start really high? Okay.
that's a fly.
I thought I've seen, what's the name? Kayvon?
I was like flipped it.
I've seen this somehow. Oh, so maybe you just have to start, or maybe he does it flat, like back, down, up. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
so it
why.
should have a
Okay.
seal row pad here.
That's what it is. I've seen it used for flies
You go
before.
flat, and then our
Okay,
seal row pad.
That
attaches
makes a lot
here,
more sense.
and then you can do flies.
Makes a lot more sense. Okay.
To be honest, I've only used it for lateral raises.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, it feels good for lateral raises too. Lateral raises are hard because they're one thing that people never can justify spending either money or space on a machine for a
Outside
lateral.
of raise, dumbbell.
Yeah, exactly. So cool.
And
This
so we
is
got,
something I noticed.
this is new too.
Yeah.
So this is actually our drop-in bench.
Wow.
And this will just go into our upright, our cross member. And then it's now like a standalone bench.
Yep.
It will work with our combo rack too.
Yep.
And then it has pins on the back too where you can lock it into an upright.
Okay.
You can take the wheels off with a pot with pins.
Yeah.
And it just becomes a very, very heavy duty flat bench.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
like more like a cage.
Yeah, exactly. You like lock it. Yeah, you
Yep.
just
It
lock
does
it
do
into a
incline
spot.
too. And then,
Wait, it does?
yeah, there's different angles in the back
Oh.
that you can play with. I bolted them together, but this can play with different angles on the back.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Wow.
And this piece right here,
Yep.
that locks into our combo wrap.
Okay.
So
yep.
we have our combo bench. You can take it out for squats, and you
Yep.
can put it back in with a pin.
Yep.
So yeah, this usually has a pin in it.
Yep.
But I bolted it together
Yeah.
to use the pins for here.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Now, is this rack? Is this something I'm looking storage? That even the pegboard? Is this whole thing new? The whole
system
setup?
is new.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Kraken.
Okay.
So it's the Kraken, the Smith. We call it the Colossus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is a K-Bond thing.
So before you only had the Kraken, just like a standard, four post
or something.
Okay.
Then we added the Kraken.
Yep.
And the Smith at like the same time.
Yep.
What
Or
was
I'm
that?
sorry, whatever I called the Kraken. You had a 3x3 5/8 rack. The Manicore's the big one. What's the
Hydra.
Hydra?
I did lat pull down low rows. That
Yep.
was it.
Yep. But you didn't have this whole like
We didn't have the whole
integrated.
system.
Yeah.
So yeah, on this one we're showing both versions, the pin selectorized version
Yep.
and the clay loaded version.
Okay. And this is and then actually, Meg, I'll have you come around here too. This is a 2-to-1 or 1-to-1.
It's your choice. Up front, you make the choice.
Oh, okay. So if this is 210 and they're connected with the
210 out
single,
there.
like right now,
Yep.
210. Okay.
So that's a little bit unique about
Yeah.
ours is that it has two options on it.
Yeah. Well, and then the best part about that is because the problem of 2-to-1 versus 1-to-1 and the trade-offs for each, because then, people can do 2-to-1 to do their functional trainer stuff, and then heavy enough for 1-to-1 to do.
And you can work out both stacks too if you want.
Now, okay, you can do, I was gonna say, it moves all the way down, so you can do like low rows and stuff because it's the functional trainer trolley. So is that all part of the new system too? Because you guys didn't have the trolley. Yeah.
Yeah. So just got the same pop pin as that. Slide up and down.
Yep. Oh, and I see here you're showing the plate loaded versus the weight stack. Okay.
We just want to show the two.
Yeah.
And the Smith is in the middle.
Yep.
Which can be bring your own bar.
Yep.
Or it can be.
Which one is this?
This is BYOB. So
Yeah.
bring your own
Actually,
bar.
I'm
It's a
gonna hop on-
utility
yep.
bar.
I'm gonna hop on the other side here. Actually, Meg, if you want to come around to the front of the rack, then we can look like in
My
the rack.
favorite thing about the non-BYOB is the bar is actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's got a good knurling.
Yep.
It's 45 pounds.
Yep.
It's like most Smith machines, the bar is hollow and not good.
Yep.
Our bar is actually really good.
Yep.
This is our utility bar we have attached to it.
Yep.
And my favorite thing is the safeties are really easy to use.
How long does it take to swap out the bars? There is an Allen key for?
It's
I see.
It's a whole different kit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's got an Allen key.
Yep.
Safeties on it.
Yep.
Like super easy to use.
Now I know you can do different angles for this as well. I see the different
Yeah,
brackets.
you can choose the bottom angle. So our bracket up here is like really universal.
Yep.
So if you don't have our system, like, will it fit?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah. Yep.
No guarantees, but probably. It fits on just about anything.
Yep. Can it also, and it looks like, from what I understand, I haven't seen too much content on this. You can also put it on, depending on the height of the rack, you can put it on.
As long as it has a support system underneath it,
Yep.
that's our biggest thing.
Yeah,
it has to have something underneath it to hold it.
Yep.
Because if you drop weight, you don't want to bend your rack or bend this.
Yep. So now, what height rack is this?
This is a 90.
90, and you have 90, and then I'm assuming like an 80-inch for 84? 84, okay.
A 72.
Yep. So, and this is universal, so this fits 90.
Yep.
But then does it also fit the 84 because it's a little shorter too?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. That's the hardest thing in the universal, is both trying to make it fit different 3x3 racks, and then in addition to it, like trying not to have two versions of it for your short rack and your big rack.
Yeah.
Because then you have two heights, and then you have two different versions of BYOB. It's a lot of like mixing and matching of different parts.
Smith is set how it is.
Yeah.
So if you have a much shorter rack, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You can put it on the outside. It can go over on some racks.
Yeah.
Like you can go on the spotter or the front foot stabilizers.
Yep.
And this is a new product too. This is the
Kaizen, yeah.
one. I got this literally yesterday.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
I have not even used this.
Yeah.
I've had people around here that have used it more than I have.
Yeah.
So
I've seen his in a lot of his content or stuff online, and it's cool to see the partnership collab here
for sure
with Velsteel, and it makes a ton of sense. It gives you a little bit more options than just something like this, and looks a little nicer and neater, and so that's cool.
It's a cool option.
Yeah, cool. Now I see the platform over here.
Platform.
Is this new too, the weight storage, or
is a new weight storage? This is one of my requests from production, because I like our bumper plate tree, but it's really big.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Yep.
It doesn't have wheels. It's got holes in the center, so you can put utility hooks on it, like we have hanging up the vest.
Yep.
It's our new Arch Nemesis bar.
I was gonna say, is it much more?
It's longer here, much more aggressive knurling.
Yeah, I saw this, and that's why I grabbed it. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that, because I remember, I don't know what the price point of this is now, but it used to be super affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on sale often. I never ended up pulling the trigger, so I've never actually used one, but I've looked at it many times, and
So we widened this out to fit 3x3 racks better.
Yep.
And then just change the knurling. I feel like we finally had the knurling dialed in.
Yeah. Especially for powder coat knurling, because you have to like consider that when you're
And tubing.
Oh yeah,
Tubing is very hard to knurl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks good. Did the original version have the cable hook too? Okay, it's cool.
Yep.
Nice.
25 pound ass.
What is this?
This is called our.
Is it a production bar?
No, it's a 7-ring bar. This is already done. It's just for training.
Yeah.
So if you're new to lifting, you can figure out, where do my hands go?
Oh.
If you have a coach or you do videos, it can give you a better idea of where you're at on the bar.
But you guys sell this on your website. It's like, it's okay. It's running. Yeah.
Colored and non-colored.
Yeah. 45 pounds or?
Yeah, 45.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a more technique thing for people.
45 pound power bar. Similar to our utility bar as far as the sleeves.
Cool. Yeah. Nice.
And then we just launched this last week.
Okay.
Partnership with New Obel.
Yep.
So this isn't our specific product.
What's the weight go up to on this? 100. I see it now.
100. So 5 to 100.
Yeah.
Super smooth, a little more aggressive on the knurling.
Wow. I have actually at home, I've reviewed the had the rep Pepins.
Yeah.
But I also have the original Pepins, which don't go below 20. So to pick this up and it's 5 is like kind of foreign to me from
not the same like durability scale.
Yeah, of course,
But
different. I would say different purpose.
product.
Yeah.
But super nice.
Yeah.
I've always loved these, even though they're not ours. I think it's still a great product to have in our lineup. It's one of few products that we like partner with.
Yep. Do they have for your partnerships? Is it just the one weight? And I'm assuming it is, but like, do they have like an 80, or do they have?
5 to 50, 5 to 80, 5 to 60, and 5 to 100.
Is it the same?
The S series is 5 to 60 and 5 to 100.
Okay. And is it? I'm assuming it's the same, but then the cage is different, and then just less plates, or
Yes.
or is the actual plate size different as well?
It'd be the same thing, just
Okay.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this, I've actually done a review, not the crash pad version, but the rubber.
Yeah, it's
Tile
a rubber
one
version all the way up to this is called a 3-tier.
Yep.
So it's got 3 layers on it. It's got the foam, it's got the wood.
I was really
Rubber.
impressed with the quality of the bamboo inserts on mine.
They look good.
Because I had the one wider, the 2x8 or whatever the equivalent was, like metric. But like, you know, having if you flipped them over, they have like the half logo that you combine them together, that huge bells of steel.
It's
pretty
kind
nice.
of turned out really good.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that. So, and it's funny because when I saw it pop on your site, I was like, this is something for a home gym. Like I wanted for so long, because most people don't have space for a 4x8 or like something like that. So, so everyone who does the 2x8 wants to do like a DIY thing, but then it gets kind of expensive. Or like you can get a custom one made by, I don't know if it's Executive Fit or some of the other companies here I've seen do them.
The DIY ones are not cheap.
No, it's not. And yeah, and it comes nowhere near as nice and sturdy and everything as this. So I was really happy to have that option finally.
In my old gym, I had a DIY deadlift platform out of
Yeah.
wood. And within 3 months, it was destroyed.
Yeah.
And I spent a couple $100 on it.
Yeah. And depending on if you spend money, like you're staining it and sealing it and doing all that stuff. So yeah, it can be a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, what about
cardio stuff?
what about this cardio stuff? So you guys have had cardio stuff for a while. I know you've had, do you have different bike versions or just the one?
We got spin, residential blitz.
Okay, that's what it
We
is.
got the blitz, and we got the max.
Okay, and this is the max?
That's the max.
Okay. I love the multi-grip handle.
Multi-grip handle. It's got resistance.
Yep.
We changed just a couple things on it. But yeah, we got our mountain climber treadmill, which is a newer product.
Yeah. What does the incline go up to on there?
50 grand.
Actually, do you mind if I,
Yeah,
50?
50. I wouldn't say it's like,
Do you mind if I hop on?
it's up there. And you can go in between too. So you can go 49, 48. It's not necessarily a runner.
Yeah. Oh,
It
and you have a
goes-
heart rate sensor built
Yeah,
in
you got
here.
your incline, decline on here.
Not bad.
It only goes 8 kilometers an hour,
Yeah.
but it's more than enough.
Okay, 8 kilometers, really high point something.
Yeah, like 4 miles an hour.
Okay. Wow. I'm a hiker is one of my big pastimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I would, if I would personally have one of these in there, but man, this is,
50's up there.
yeah. I was wondering
I
if
like
I'm
the,
literally just
20
gonna
to
fall off
30
the side.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, I have not been placed, you're not ever in places hiking where the ground is flat and you have 50 grade.
Yeah.
But man, that's crazy. Wow. You could do some crazy like knees over toes backwards walking on here
Yes.
too. So yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice the handles up here. Yeah. So what do you see people using this like for more of? Just like super high incline walking, or do people use it like with like weighted vests? Just, you know,
I've seen
or
most
kind of be like
people,
climbing.
I've seen most people in the 15 to 20%, 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
just walking.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I see it most used as.
Yeah.
I think
What
we
I
went
was
to-
gonna say, I don't know what 50 like. Again, having the adjustments for people is nice. I'm just curious what the use case people. And again, this isn't my training style at all, so I didn't know if people around here with their huge ruck vest and like doing
Yeah,
some sort of like climb thing.
I think it's 50 because we can.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like, I really don't know, to be honest with you. But like most ranges, 15 to 20% grade.
Yeah.
Is what I see.
Well, it's
Like when I do
treadmill
incline
is
walk,
something like 12.
15 to 12.
Yep. But having the, I know that when I've searched for treadmills in the past, having ones that go to 15 is really important for me because, again, I do hiking.
Yep.
And unless you want to get something like this, which is dedicated stair climber,
Stair climber.
15 is about all you're going to get.
So there's a manual. No strings attached.
Manual stair climber.
It's only used by a brake.
No.
That's your.
So that's how it stops. Okay.
So that's how it
Yeah.
starts.
How it starts. So this.
Yep. So it's on the heaviest resistance, which is the slowest.
Okay. Yep.
Then when you let go, it stops.
But like Visco or like you like?
You can change it, grab on. Now it speeds up.
Okay, so you have to hold this.
You have to hold it.
Got it.
So that way.
So can you change in the middle of it?
Yep.
Okay, so
It'll really start climbing on you.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. Wow.
Super compact.
What is it now? Okay, so then I want to know what is the price on this since there's no electronics and motor and anything.
$3,000.
Should you save yourself, potentially some money than buying one with a
Most electronic ones can be upwards like 10.
yeah.
Like used ones can be
Yeah.
about 3.
I've yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I have a STEPR right now in the studio at home. I've reviewed the Walmart electronic version of this, which I think is like $1,500.
No.
But the other thing I was gonna say, when you don't have electronics, like the durability should be a lot.
It's all
longer.
It's all
Yeah.
magnetic.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's cool. Like that. Is this available right now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Goes to something I did not know you guys had.
Yep. We got 10
That's
of them in stock today.
Yeah.
No, they've been on sale. They've been live for a little while.
Yeah.
Couple bucks. Yeah, our Blitz Max.
Yep.
We didn't really change a bunch on it. We just kind of fine-tuned some of the look of it.
Yep.
But it's
And
been
do
out.
all your bike versions have the resistance
Just
as well?
this one.
Just this one. Okay.
this one.
So that is the one cool thing here is the difference resistance.
Upgraded
modes.
fleet.
Yep.
We changed this a little bit. It's not a pop pin anymore. You can get a lot tighter on it.
Yep.
Same thing, the adjustable for the fan.
Yep.
And then all we did was change the foot mounts. They don't roll.
Okay.
For some reason, the first version did.
Yep.
But now they're just.
Well,
your feet on it.
it's because Rogue, when they came out with the Echo Bike, however long ago, they also spun,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
We had. I believe we didn't design it to spin, but manufacturing there was a
Oh,
mix-up, and
yeah.
here we are.
Yep.
So now they don't.
Cool. I definitely love the multi-grip handles on
Yeah.
this too.
And then our Dreadmill.
Yeah.
The biggest difference that you've seen is the resistance.
Yep.
We upped the resistance a bunch.
Okay. A higher max resistance, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So even at like the max before, it was
Can I
still
hop in
like-
here too?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So
Even at the max before, it would you could step on it, it wouldn't go, but now it's quite a bit different.
where do you put your hands when you're doing?
So hands can go just like behind the pad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure
We're
I'm not
gonna
gonna
just, like,
sprint
stand
off.
push
Actually, I should probably push this down so I don't sprint off the. We already get some more. What does it go down to? High. Just so the angle of this changes or set angle?
Yeah, the angle does change.
Honestly, I thought it would be, for whatever reason, I thought it would be a lot like stickier because there's no motor, but it's very smooth.
Yeah, it's not bad. And the resistance is quite a bit more than it used to be.
Yeah.
I think it was like 30-40% change.
Yeah. Wow.
But we also we didn't want to go crazy to where you couldn't even push it because you're not going to use it
Yeah.
if it's that heavy.
And then this
Yeah, you
is
can change the angle on the bottom.
so you change the angle manually, I assume.
Yep. So this flips up. You can
Okay.
you can house it.
Yeah.
And then you just pull out here, and these are your different angles.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah. And then
Super
just
efficient.
there.
Do these store up too, or are these just in one?
No, those just stay there. So if you want to store this up and then use it for jam press, you can.
Yeah.
Or even rows.
Yep.
Because you can move these J cups down.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Yep. Yep.
It's got different heights.
Cool. Yeah. Can someone put a bench in there if they have that up?
I believe you could.
Yeah.
We have seen people use it. I've also just seen them on the floor doing it.
People come up with some crazy ways to use the
For at
type of
home,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For sure.
So
Our last thing is our upgraded buzzsaw bench.
yeah.
We changed the stitching. We added angles.
So
Boots
is
it up just
is
a
it
touch.
new padding type, or you guys had this like sticky vinyl?
We
or
still have the
grippy
sticky vinyl. We just changed the stitching.
Yep.
A little more durable, and then we added the angles on it.
Yep. Did it have the kickstand like UHMW stuff up here prior to? Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. How much does it weigh? or is it heavy?
It's like almost 220 pounds.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
hefty.
Yeah. And then so these are all the different attachments.
Attachments.
So
Roller
decline. Wait, leg roller.
for decline, yep.
So the back goes declined.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Yep.
Leg extension, leg
Yep.
curl,
Preacher
curl.
Yep.
And this is just a random machine that we have.
Yep.
Good machine.
Tib machine. Nice. Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and showing through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys do, especially stuff with the new rack ecosystem. I know the Smith machine was a big. Smith machines are going nuts and will continue to go nuts for the next few years. But I'm excited to see what you guys do with stuff like that and the new 3x3 type attachments ecosystem. So
For sure.
it'll be good.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. All right, I'm here with Colin from STEPR, and he's going to take us through the STEPR booth. The first thing I notice, that's the STEPR stair climber. There's a bunch of other things here, though.
Yes.
So maybe we start at the stair climber and
Yeah, for
work
sure.
our way through. Yeah.
For sure. So, you know, we're known for stair climbers. That's like what we've been doing, and we kind of have been excelling in. We have like, I think 7 different SKUs of stair climbers at this point.
Started with 1, now
7.
Yeah.
So this is like our middle size. This is our STEPR Pro.
Okay.
Most of our most of them, they just have different step heights. So this has like a 7-inch step height.
Yep.
Our smaller units have like a 5.2-inch step height, and our XLs have 9-inch.
Yep.
So it's really depending on like what somebody wants out of their stair climber, how tall their ceiling is.
Well, I already noticed because I have the STEPR Plus.
Yep.
In my garage or in the studio.
Yep.
This is definitely a little bit bigger height and width and length. I think actually
Everything is a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And I noticed it still has, you have different screen options. So basically people can do the, was it 27-inch?
Yep, 27-inch touchscreen, or get the traditional.
Save a little money depending on what.
Yeah, it depends. Like we see a lot of home, the screens, and then a lot of gyms are like, we don't even want people messing around with it. Just give us something easy to push. So, but yeah, that's the STEPR. But you know, today is the big launch of our whole performance series.
Yeah.
So we have a air bike, right, which we're calling the Bionic bike.
And now, first thing I noticed real quick, I see the Aerotech branding insignia on here. I don't see, I do see the STEPR little logo here. So these are all under STEPR branding, naming, everything.
Yeah, so the big thing for us is, this is all STEPR products for us. So we have the Bionic bike, we have a rower, we have an air cycle, we have a ski, and a sled tread.
Yeah.
So I'll take you kind of through all of them, but the big thing is VPR tech, right? So the big difference is that it's like in the past 40 years, air resistance has always been like the top choice for athletes for performance, but it's like the limitation of it versus like magnetic is that you get one speed, whatever that is. So now we can have the best of both worlds, air resistance and different gears. So, you know, we have the ability to kind of rotate.
Oh, yeah.
And so like with STEPR, having this tech, like we have this tech for all commercially built units. So all of our stuff is built with like commercial intentions and commercial builds, which is actually a pretty big key for this because of the amount of force it requires. You need to have like build so it doesn't like just fall apart. Because it makes things fall apart if it's not like really, really well built. When you get on it, like if you want to try it.
Sure.
So
I don't know that.
First off, what I really like too, just a small thing, is how easy it is to adjust. So this is gonna be too low for you, right?
Okay, yep.
But if you sit on it, and then you just kind of pull up the seat to where you want to go, you can just pull it up on the go. Just the seat itself, actually.
Literally, pull it up.
It just pulls up and it locks in place. So it makes it a lot easier to. And then of course, you know, a lot of air bikes are built for big. But you know, we need to help the small people out too. So we get this the handle down here.
Cool. All right.
And so at this level is 1. This should be a lot lighter than.
Is there a release on here?
No, we'll just push it forward to increase.
Push it forward. There you go. Okay.
So at level 1, you can go in all day. It's like recovery mode, whatever. At level 10,
oh man,
it's about 3 to 4 times the force that you would normally get with an air bike.
What's really funny is I did a little bit of back day yesterday. Having this on 10 and pushing and pulling, I'm like feeling that in my lats right now.
Yeah, so the amount of force you can generate with that is why I was saying you need it to be built. If you get a big cranking on that, you can generate.
Though, like it's not. too hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, I didn't know if you would just be like stuck just pushing,
No.
pedaling.
It's
like,
still smooth.
yeah, exactly.
And because it's the fan, you're still building momentum to keep going.
Yes.
Versus magnetic, right? You feel like you're fighting.
Oh,
stop.
my goodness. That is,
Yeah.
great.
There you go. Yeah. So that's that range.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to do some like intervals where you're like locked in, like really pressing here.
This is how we recover.
And then like a recovery, like
Yeah.
that.
And you know, on a lot of traditional cycling equipment, you would do that, right? You might have like a faster cadence during recovery,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
low resistance.
yeah. Or like going up a hill versus going down.
Exactly. So it gives you options.
So I wonder if it picks up on camera, like pushing hard here, and then you can see how much force I'm generating when I like go back to this, and like my legs and the handles are still like catching up to it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. This is my next interval day. Training.
there you go.
Woo.
Wow.
Cool.
Now there's a couple other kind of cool features that I particularly like. Now do they all?
Yep. And I'm sorry.
No, I
This interrupted.
Yeah.
Do they all? Is it the same level of resistance, basically, or like proportional level for all of them?
Yeah, it's pretty proportional. Treadmill feels a bit different.
Yeah.
It feels
I'm excited to try that one.
It feels.
I have no frame of reference for what that even could feel like on a treadmill.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. The other cool thing I like is how they built everything.
Yeah.
Here, because like you use Concept 2.
Yep.
I'm sure, right? Hard to clean and maintain.
Yep.
Get that thing off. So this one, it's very easy. You just put it in, 4 little things.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You can clean, maintain.
Yeah.
Same thing with the bikes. Like everything is just very easy access
Yeah.
to get your internals if you need to.
I didn't even. For whatever reason, I did not pick up this was like a cycling bike.
Yep. This is so exactly the same. It's like
Do people? I would think people who do cycling wouldn't like the whole air bike resistance.
I mean, because like again, over magnetic, it feels better.
Yeah.
And just most people stick to magnetic a lot of times because of the gears.
Yeah.
Like you want to like change
Yep.
that or have the uphill, downhill type
Yep.
of thing.
Yeah. Could I try this one too? Or no, because the fan.
No, you can. You can.
Okay.
I just need to make sure nobody goes near it
Oh, okay.
so they don't get like
So, like-
decapitated.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay, yeah. I'll try it.
Yeah, go for it.
I have yep, Concept 2. Oh, yep.
Let's go for it. Let's make sure nobody jumps in.
And I have a the Echo rower in my garage right now.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah, the biggest Echo rower is really good, but going long on it
yeah.
is not the most comfortable, right? So it's
The handle is very comfortable on here. Oh, okay. Make sure I'm not.
we're a little tucked back on there.
Oh, that's crazy how easy the easy feels.
Yeah, it's very low resistance when it's
So-
that vertical.
Now, can you change this on the fly, or is it?
You can push. Yeah, you can push.
Yeah, no,
It's so when it's going.
Yeah.
It's hard to change it because you're going against that force.
yeah.
But pulling it back is fast, is easy. But yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to lean back. Yeah, how you said it was exactly right. It's like, it's, the resistance is there, but it's still smooth.
That's quite fine enough, you know. Just yeah.
Awesome. No, that feels fantastic. Oh, how we should I put that back in there, right?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay. No one will lose any fingers while I'm here.
Yep.
So that's the goal.
And then the cycle bike, it's
Yeah.
going to be kind of similar idea. High resistance, low resistance. The ski ergs are really nice in a couple of different ways too.
Yeah.
You can't really tell when you're just like here.
Yep.
But it's so much bigger than a normal
Yeah.
ski erg. So if you want to stand on it, because you're taller than me, you might
This
appreciate
is-
it more. How
this
much
is-
it's way wider and way longer.
Yeah.
First off, so you don't have to
Yeah.
like feel like you're off the board.
This is one machine I think I've used once in my life.
Okay.
And I'll be completely
yeah.
honest. No idea on the proper form other than
No.
kind of grip it and rip it.
It's kind of hard to get it wrong. Or maybe it's hard to get it right and everybody
I
just
know,
does it
like,
wrong.
I've seen, like, it's like, oh, if you want to just do, like, your arms, you can kind of do one of these. But if you want to do, like, I'm sure there's a, kind of like with rowing, there's a
hips
pattern.
and arms. Yeah, hips and arms. Just kind of like it with everything.
And I even don't go skiing because I'm so tall and lanky. You're going to lose an ACL.
Yep. So that's like a lower resistance than you would normally get to, and then it goes up pretty high. So it gets
Oh, wow.
where you get like a lot of force going in. Yeah.
That is cool. You know what this reminds me of? Like some heavy battle ropes or something.
Yeah. yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, no, I think we're just super excited because it just like opens up that air resistance, which
Yeah.
is, like feels the best too. It's so much a better range.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of people are really liking the treadmill.
This one I'm excited about too.
Yeah. So
I have a
right now it's just on free run mode.
Yep.
So it's just gonna kind of run.
now do all these I should ask,
Yeah.
do all these have like names for the specific models too, or are you just calling them?
They're all
you know,
pretty
they're-
like this is the sled tread.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is just the ski.
Yeah.
I mean they're all XL, so they're like our overbuilt series.
And they, so like stepper ski, stepper.
Yep, exactly. The only one that's different is the bike. It's like our bionic bike.
Yep.
This is going to get mixed up with like the bike.
Yep.
But
Now, are you guys doing, I'm assuming just based on how your current branding and everything works,
Yep.
are you guys gonna be doing like training stuff for these too? Or not?
yeah, I don't think so because this is really
no screen integration.
it's more geared towards like performance athletic training where you're going off and on or
classes.
like
and,
yeah, exactly. So we don't have plans right now to get any of the screens on these devices.
So I'm looking
right
at
now
this.
you're just on run. You're on free run.
Sled load.
That one doesn't matter when it's on free run.
Oh, okay.
So right now the fan
Yeah.
isn't connected to the tread
Okay.
when it's here. So that way if you walk or run, it'll just go based on your pace.
Yep.
And then if you want the sled drive,
Yep.
just crank it up
Okay.
and then you can put your hands on and get going. So it's a lot more force than you would see like with any kind of sled treadmills that are magnetic based.
So I was just trying the Bells of Steel one.
Oh, that's a very that's whole different. That's a different. But that one you can't run, right?
No, you.
Yeah, that's just built. So in terms of ones
Wow.
that are built for running and sled, and then that's the lighter one. And here's the max.
That's a lighter one.
Yeah, that was lighter. So it's a lot of force, right? Like you can't.
No shot. I feel like my shoes are gonna fly off.
Yeah. So you have to. Yeah.
Wow.
So it is significant.
Yeah.
And then another thing I like.
You kind of have to change like your center of gravity on that.
Yeah. And then another one thing that a lot of people like is reverse walking. So you
Oh,
put
yeah,
your back
yeah.
on there.
I do this on my my manual treadmills at home.
Oh yeah. So you get that in. It's super easy to get in. I was thinking like it'd be cool to put like a desk thing here, get a laptop, just go for a little backwards walk.
I tried to do that on my not on backwards, but I had an assault runner years ago, and I was trying to figure out how I could fix like a little desk platform too.
Yeah, it's hard for that.
Cool.
Reverse. So that's the
Yeah,
lineup.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, what sort of, do you know what type of like, I assume the stuff's all pretty like low maintenance, very durable.
Yeah.
Do you know what sort of like warranties or like, you said this is a commercial thing.
Yeah, they're
Homeowners?
commercially built, so they have like commercial warranty type deal. I believe it might be different slightly from machine, but I believe it should be, most of them probably, again, don't quote me on this. Oh yeah, it's on our website, but there's good warranties on it. They're built to be like rust proof, like they're built well, so they're not gonna like. I don't think that's gonna be a problem here.
Now, do you know, two last questions I'm sure people would want to know.
Yeah.
Release expectation and
Yep.
price range?
Yeah. So released, like the final builds are done. They're being made as we speak. So they should be, we're doing pre-orders now.
Yeah.
But they will be available either late August or early September, kind of in that range.
Pretty close.
And then in terms of price, so outside of this,
Okay, I
outside of the STEPR, because there's a big range there, all of these are the same.
Okay.
They're just kind of the same. Right now we're taking pre-orders at $2,000.
Okay.
Right. So that's kind of the current price.
Yeah.
MSRP, we're not sure if it's going to be there, but it's going to be in that ballpark.
Yep.
So we're just kind of evaluating. But right now it's $2,000 for those.
Yep.
And right now the current pre-sale price for this is $6,000.
Okay. I was gonna
$599.
I was gonna guess 5.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, in that price
Yep.
range. So
Yep. So
Cool.
that's the yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm super excited. But
Yeah.
I just want to get. It's one of those things. It's like once you feel it, especially like the air bike.
Yeah.
Like an instant like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why it's like we need to be at these like events, getting people to try it.
Yeah,
So it's like
100%.
I think it's not just like it's really noticeable when you try it.
Yeah,
So it's like,
definitely.
yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah.
Thanks for going through with us.
No, of course.
Looking forward to being able to seeing some videos, more of these reviews, stuff like that out there. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks again.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. All right, so I'm here at the XMASTER booth with Will, and he's gonna kind of walk us through what is XMASTER, what are some of the products here, and what people who can't make it, what do they miss out on?
All right, thank you for coming, Michael.
Yeah.
So first of all, I want to introduce our chrome steel plates to you guys. We made some custom logo HomeGymCon edition plates for you guys, and yeah, it's sold out already since this morning.
Yeah.
And so I was telling people,
People bought these.
yeah,
These
one
ones?
pair per person. You cannot buy everything.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
one person would come through and want all of them.
Yeah, actually, some guy was telling me that. I'm like, no, these are for memories.
Yeah.
No, for training.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still train. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the reason I'm bringing up this plate just because most people know us from the chrome steel plates.
That's
yes.
how I've seen.
They're ultra thin and also durable, built for training. A lot of time people are asking, hey, how durable they are. I'm like, worry about your floor.
Yeah.
That's how we can tell if it's
Yeah.
good or not.
Can I hold one? Can I hold one of the?
Yeah, why not? We do have an extra one in the back with the
Okay.
handles.
Oh, even better.
If it's easier for you to hold.
Badass.
Yes. So these
cool.
plates are built for training. So
Yeah.
yep.
The HomeGymCon logo on there looks great. Do you guys this normally offer custom stuff, or is this just a one-off?
Yes, we do, but most likely for commercial gyms or schools, just because we require a certain amount.
This
Yeah.
is so weird to see a 45 this thin.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like, yeah, it just feels weird. You can like wrap your.
You might feel heavier when you're
Yeah.
training with it, just because it attached to the bar really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw
Okay,
it
if
back
you don't
on
mind
here.
on top, thank you so much.
Keep the logo nice and up. I didn't bring anything to wipe my fingerprints, so don't worry.
Another piece here,
Yeah.
this is the new bench. That's
like
we
on your
just-
Instagram,
Yeah,
yeah.
we just designed, and it's made of a polyurethane pad.
Yeah.
We got stainless steel frame. This is the first piece we made. It's handmade. That's why it's not that shiny yet, but the original one that we're gonna release is gonna be very shiny.
Yeah.
So polyurethane, just give me 1 second.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Okay, you're good.
So let me tell you a little bit about polyurethane.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little bit about
I was just
polyurethane.
about to ask why you guys went with polyurethane.
All right, so what if you're drinking your pre-workout or your supplements and you're like, oh, spit it. Okay,
I hate it when that happens.
so you know what? Just wipe them off.
Yeah.
It's dried.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And anti-scratch.
That's I assume is the other thing, durable. Now, what's the density of the padding like? Oh, it's actually soft. I thought it would be a little bit
Yeah.
harder, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's a very supportive.
Yeah.
You can have a sit and
Yeah.
try it.
I'm gonna.
Feel free to grab a pair of dumbbells.
No, I will. I just wanted to see what it felt like. So definitely it is. What do we got here?
We're at 20, 25.
I didn't know.
15,
I wanted to make sure before it was pounds before I grabbed kilograms.
maybe 15 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Everything's in pounds.
We'll just grab some. Oh, we grabbed a mismatch. Can't do that. Do some.
All right, let's
or something.
start a training session here.
Yeah. So this reminds me very much of the Rogue AB 3.0, adjustable bench 3.0. The back pad.
Okay,
So it's definitely on the firmer side compared to like, a
I
traditional.
hear you, I hear you. So we built this for commercial gym majorly.
Yeah. And it
The-
rolls, yep.
Yeah, the frame is made of stainless steel, fully stainless steel.
Yeah.
It's now clear coating. It's a heavy duty, but it's not
too
heavy.
bad. Yeah. I think because it's the shorter like wheelbase ones are a lot
Yes.
easier to move.
Yes, yes.
So-
That's kind of our language. We build everything heavy duty, but not heavy, because we want to make sure everyone can lift it.
Yeah, no, seriously. I've I've had like the rep benches, like the decline benches. Granted, that's part of the reason what makes it a little longer. They're like 110 pounds, and because they're long, like you have to like pick them up and like trying to move them around a gym. Like imagine trying to move it around a space like this with a huge long bench. Or like 4-point like parking it like around the corner. So
or like before you really relocate your bench, you're trained.
exactly. So cool.
So this is about our newest bench. This is another piece of bench people likes the most. It's adjustable bench 2.0.
I have this bench. This is the bench I have at home. It's cool. XMark has their version of this. And I'm assuming it's the same thing, like super thick steel. One of my favorite things about this is it does not wobble at all.
And the grip.
It is a beef. Yeah, it is crazy. So no, this is literally like I said, this is your guys.
And the partially stainless is still here. It's give you some nice looking.
No, it looks fantastic. This is a great bench.
We also made the floor. Make floor tiles.
Oh, these are big too. I just realized that.
We got 1x1, 2x2 as well.
Is this 3x3? Or is
this is 3.5.
Okay, yes. So you make all those sizes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So everything at this booth, it's from us.
Now, do you guys mainly serve like commercial or a mixture of commercial and
So
residential?
we start with the serving commercial gyms. However, we see that more consumers from home gyms wanted our stuff. I'm like, okay, let's put the effort to make everything more affordable and also work on the shipping costs. So now everything is free shipping. So eventually, you know, we try to serve everyone. Whoever wants to exercise.
No, that's the way to do it. And a lot of people in you know the year 2025 are more willing to. I think COVID kind of like really brought the home gyms about, but now people are willing to spend a lot of money on like having a home gym, good home gym, and their like health in general. So like people will now pay for things if the quality is there and the function is there. So I like that companies like you guys are making this up. Like, it looks good, it functions well, and like it'll last, you know, forever.
So since you mentioned that, in my opinion, I feel like, you know, gym equipment is more like a furniture nowadays. You definitely want to buy something nice and lasts long and also stylish.
Exactly.
All right, so
what about these dumbbells here?
We made a custom logo.
Another rack.
For our racks. We're waiting for someone to take this home. And
is it a giveaway? Does someone have to buy it?
Someone gonna buy it, but it's an aggressive price. Very, very affordable price.
Looks great.
So we got a different type of dumbbells here. Start with the chrome in gold. Just nice. Everyone likes the gold. And we sold this pair this morning already.
Oh, nice. Do you guys do custom? I know because I saw the urethane over there. I'm sure
fully customizable, just like the rack.
Cool.
And there's no limited, like, you know, amount for the rack. You can order one rack, and we can order customized logo for you. For dumbbells, you have to get at least a whole set to get a customized logo. So these are stainless steel. Here, start from this one. It's a chrome steel. Chrome steel is a very shiny and also more affordable compared to stainless steel.
Something about the little less shiny thing, the finish of stainless look really nice. I don't know what it is. They look like you paid a lot of money for them.
Actually, it's very, very affordable.
Wow.
We cover you from shipping.
Cool. And then I see the urethane dumbbells here. Obviously the traditional round. And then the little hex here.
The octagon shape. So for these, you know, it's just so nice when you drop on the floor. It's not gonna rotate anywhere. Stop it right there. With the run, we'll be all over the places.
I get that for sure. And then I see the preview of what looks like the custom urethane dumbbells here.
So we can do whatever logo that you want to put on your dumbbells.
Pounds or metric or imperial. I see the kilogram. So
we made kilos and the pounds.
Cool. So what about some of this stuff? Moving over to...
We're gonna go back to plates for a shorter break. These are my favorite plates.
They're awesome. I've been looking at these on your website.
These are the best plates. So urethane grip plates. If you check the knurling design inside and outside, just to build so much into your training, you know, you feel like so easy to grab it, and once you hold it, you feel like you're ready for the training.
Yep.
This is center ring. We have a pattern on it.
Oh,
it's
nice.
built into it, and also it's bulkier.
Yep.
It's almost 90 degree, so
Yeah.
attached to the bar really well. No more wobbling when you're training.
Yeah.
Since it's a urethane, anti-scratch, and you can just drop it. If you step on it, it's dirty. You can wipe off with your fingers.
Yeah.
If yeah, obviously, if you like pink, feel free to place
Now-
order pink.
Do you, so these are 10s, do you do 5s too?
For
Or
5s, yes, but without handles, just
Okay.
because they're so small.
but it's same like color matching and like
Yes, yes.
Okay, see, that's what I thought. Is that new? Because I thought I just looked at your website.
It's a special order.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get some of those because I literally was looking.
Matching
And-
shirt.
Yeah, it's funny because I was looking and I was like, oh man, I would love to have the matching set of this. Because I didn't see 10s on your website either.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, the change plates, because I don't want like color change plates. I like the whole.
Yes.
The-
So we're, like I said, we're majorly serving the commercial gyms,
Yeah.
but now we're working hard to bring everything to you guys, home gym owners.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you guys about that because maybe.
So we got
show-
45 pounds in here.
Yeah.
You can try to lift up and grab it, see how it
I mean,
goes.
the grip, the fact these feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You got a nice little rounded, but I see also there's a little bit of texture here right on the corner so you don't drop it. So both on the edge where you're grabbing it and a little bit on the inside of the lip.
Yep.
So rather than it just being smooth, nice.
And I'm not sure if you noticed that the diameter for this plate is smaller than the typical 45s.
Yep.
So for a female, it's just so easy to grab it smaller. Or for people who has smaller hands like me, so easy to hold them.
Yep.
And also the thickness, it's a thing compared to the urethane plates.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
100%.
We got different colors right here.
On the back, are these 25s or are these?
That's a 10 kilo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you guys had the 25 grip ones here. Just,
Yes, we do, but it's not here today, unfortunately.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
Yep.
So, cool. Yeah, those are exciting.
So
there was something else I was going to ask.
we got some mugs in the back.
Yeah.
We had an exciting challenge earlier.
Oh, yeah. What was the challenge?
So single arm lift challenge. We had 5 people in a line.
Oh, longest?
Yes.
hold?
So keep your arm straight, no cheating from the center. Whoever holds the longest, take one home. We're ready to give away 4 or 5 pieces today. We got 4 or 5 more tomorrow.
Crap.
It's a special edition for home gym con only.
30 pounds?
22 pounds.
Jeez.
However, since you're not holding from the bottom, you're not holding from the top. That's why it's heavy.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool.
All right. So
Cool.
we
What
have.
else you want to show me over here?
This is a platform that we're not selling online yet.
Yeah.
But if you want to get one, feel free to email us because majorly we serve like commercial gym again.
Yeah.
This is the best stainless steel frame I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They really put the
That
effort
like
to make it nice. Yeah.
brushed finish on it.
Yep.
And then the little logos in the
A
corner.
little bamboo platform here.
Looks real good.
Yeah. And the rubber here is just so nice. If you want to give a shot to the lift and drop the weights
Before I break my
I got
back.
7,500 inches
70
high.
and okay. We can definitely.
you got this.
We can definitely do that.
Let it go. Drop it. Yeah.
Oh.
You can drop
Oh
it.
yeah, you're right.
So the noise cancellation is great. I was teasing some of my customers. If you want to train at night, you don't want to wake up your grandma. This is the one.
I was gonna say this is less noisy than even just like the rubber floor that I've seen. Like I was looking at a Bells of Steel like deadlift rubber floor insert that you see. So yeah, that mixture of
And the price point for this is super affordable. Shipping included, $1,600 only.
yeah, wow, that's great.
And we can do customized logo here as well.
Yeah, cool, fantastic.
This is actually our new barbell, new power bar. It's made of stainless steel.
Yeah,
It's about to be released.
looks very nice. All right, so what is this? Does it have a name?
No name, XMASTER, multifunctional rack.
Is this out yet? Is this released yet?
Yes, but pre-order only, unfortunately, yes.
Only 3x3. Is this your first 3x3 rack?
Actually, it's not the first one, but before this, we had 2 or 3 more, but this is the most upgraded one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking at it and it reminds me of your everything else, which is just like very clean and sleek, but also like built, just solid.
Yeah, that's our language, you know.
I don't want to
solid
name
clean,
any other names here
I hear you.
specifically, but there
I hear
are
you.
some other racks you look at and you're like, yeah, that's a 3x3 rack, but
Yep, I hear you.
but no, even like the textured, I don't know, painted. It looks metallic, but it's just silver, I think. It's just how it's textured and catching the light.
So let me show you something about our system here. Now, I was teasing people like, hey, you can call someone when you're adjusting the height. Very simple. And if you want to lock in.
That's what the second locking mechanism is here?
Once you locked it, it's not gonna go anywhere. So you want something that's give you more flexibility. It's not gonna go anywhere now.
And you don't have to have another little pop pin or something.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you can try out the pulley system. It's actually very smooth.
And is it 1-to-1 or 2-to-1?
1-2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just did a review of the Rep Aries 2.0, and one of the things I always say is my gauge of like the cable system is like the eccentric. So like that like snappy, that snapback feel. Because some of them you'll pull and it, you know, not that it'll get stuck, but you know, you can just feel the drag a little bit on the way back. So, and actually I can feel how smooth this is too as I'm moving this like around this. I mean, that's moving, that's moving fast with that. So, but yeah.
Let me take this part off.
And I'm assuming, that's literally what I was about to ask about. I'm assuming either you have a lat seat to go on the arm or
we're supposed to have 2 more pins from the side, but I think we left somewhere in the box.
Oh, no worries. And this is the exact same material as that, what, polyurethane?
Yeah, polyurethane.
Yeah.
And this is super durable.
Yeah. Wow, cool. And obviously for people at home, they should lock it in.
Yes, we should have 2 pins. Yes.
So this is flat though, so it's not adjustable, because I know the rage right now is for some companies to do like the chest support pad. So you can like tilt this. So it's just a fixed attachment though, but it'll fit on any rack. I'm assuming you sell this separately too, so like if someone wanted to do it.
Correct.
This is one of the cooler looking lat seats that, you know, I've seen, so.
Thank you.
Looks
and
nice.
It's just died here. Very,
Yeah, awesome. And got the little laser cut XMASTER at the bottom. And surprisingly, this is actually, I'm really excited for this, which is a full height Smith machine.
Yes.
As someone who's 6'2" and wants to use the majority.
And this one allows you to go all the way down for a straight like a deadlift. You also have the security arm here. You can adjust the height, slide in easily. Nice knob here.
Very cool.
And it feels heavy.
Well, I'm looking, as you're saying that, I'm looking because I was like, oh, I wonder if I could overhead press that. And I didn't know how many plates were on there, but I see it's just 1 plate. It's just a singular 10 pounds. So tell me about those too.
Everyone's asking, hey, why these plates are so bulky and so light? These are for...
Can I grab it?
Yeah, sure. It's a technique plate.
Oh, okay.
So basically for beginners who's learning Olympic lifting, they can practice their techniques. These are not only plates like for looking or for training.
Is it durable?
Yes.
So when you're using 10s, it doesn't, okay, exactly. So it doesn't like bend or, exactly. Okay. Cool. So what do you have size up to for technique plates then?
Size we have 2. 5 pound and 10 pound.
Okay, 10 pound. Okay, and then it says 25. Once you get to 25, it's thick enough to where it's durable.
Spread.
Cool. And then this I love the nameplates. That's fantastic.
Fully customizable once we have released this rack.
Awesome. And this goes all the way down, all the way to the bolts here. Awesome. Any other attachment type stuff? I see the roller J-cups.
Yes. We're gonna check this one. You will see it clearly. So super smooth. With the 2 fingers, you can move it around.
Wow.
That's something in my life, my hits as well.
Yeah. And then I actually, while we're here, that is very smooth. While we're here, tell me about what this is. This is
the new
stand.
New stainless steel half rack or simple rack. The reason we came out with this one is because we try to tell people, hey, if you have a limited space and a limited budget, this is the one you can pick from.
3x3. But I see the extra depth here, plate storage.
Yes.
What is the other reason for the extra depth?
I would say, you know, for security purpose, if you're trying to have,
You're right.
you have some weight there, it can secure you, not falling or tip over, you know.
Yep. Now, are the plate storage horns and like posts included with it too?
Yes, correct.
Very nice.
And if you want to hold more plates, you can add another holder from this side.
Well, and
Or
the nice
way
thing about
here.
I was gonna say the nice thing about 3x3, you literally could put more of these
Correct.
this way.
Correct.
You can you could do
That's a good idea.
really. So, yeah, that's cool. And this is I see like a bench.
Yes. Spotter
stand,
yeah.
a roll-in spotter stand.
Correct. This is the end of the device, and it's a super durable and also grippy.
Yeah.
So it's not slippery.
Cool. Awesome. Well, the last question, thanks for showing me around so far. The last question I have for you, like any other new exciting products that you guys are coming out with, looking at soon?
Yes. So this year we're working on so many small pieces.
Yeah.
For example, single leg stand. We try to have those stand that has a more function. For example, you know, you can do some hip thrust.
Yep.
Or something else.
Yep.
However, since it's not released yet, I'm not able to tell you more.
Yeah, I know.
Besides that, we're gonna do multifunctional cage like that, maybe built into stainless steel rack.
Yep. That actually what is going to be my next
Yes.
question is like, would you ever consider selling those with stainless uprights?
Yes.
That's what people are. I know that's
Yes.
where things are going from like a protection standpoint on the rack.
And it's available for a commercial gym pre-order only at the moment. Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. So the biggest part or piece that's we're focused on this year, definitely.
What?
This bench.
The bench.
I'll let you know, okay?
We want everyone to have a nice bench and also able to afford a nice bench.
Yep.
This is the piece.
Yeah. How much is this bench?
So pre-order 698 free shipping.
And what's that one?
That one is a 498 free shipping.
498.
Yes.
Man, then Xmark might be charging too much for that because I think theirs is $6.99 or something like six.
Maybe cost of living or their
I don't know.
team costs more money.
It's potential. Is that just flat or is that decline too?
That's a decline.
Okay.
All our benches can do decline besides that one.
Oh, okay. Because I was just looking at the stopper for it. Yeah.
It's built.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
I like that a lot. You'd be surprised, like for people who haven't used something like this at home, it doesn't look like a lot of decline when you see it, but when you're on it and you're like benching, it feels significantly different than a flat bench. So that's awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Will. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate your time as well.
Yeah, for you guys who haven't checked out XMASTER, go ahead and give them I'll post the link in the description. You guys can check out their website. All right, so we're here at Synergy Fitness Customs, and you will be seeing a review of this on the Jungle Gym Review channel soon. This guy, something just like this, their newly released Delta 70-inch rack. One of the big things you'll see, 3x3 posts, but the different storage options. This is a kettlebell shelf. It's got a little tray and some padding here for kettlebells. This top one actually has, if you can see, it actually has some lips for the wall balls so it doesn't roll off. So I actually see that the kettlebell shelf is literally just flipped upside down, and that's what this kettlebell shelf is. Wall balls, other storage up here that you don't want things to fall off. You'll see during my review, the 70-inch dumbbell shelves. And one thing that is pretty cool here that they're prototyping is these magnetic saddles. So when you have hex dumbbells, you don't need saddles because it doesn't roll, but for round dumbbells, they do tend to roll depending on where weight is or depending on the level of your floor, etc. So that is a cool concept to get them to stay in the exact same place. The other thing here that I think they're showcasing, I don't know if it's working yet or not, is this rolling dumbbell shelf. Oh my goodness, that rolls like butter. This thing is a couple 100 pounds. Wow, that is cool. So rather than your heaviest dumbbells, like you'll see in my configuration at home, simply just being on one of these shelves that then, especially when you're at a lower height here, you know, you have really heavy dumbbells and you're trying to slide them in or out and potentially not smash your fingers or hands on anything. that's where something like this rolling tray can be really nice, because then you can get yourself a little more space and save your back, save your floor, save other things. So that is really cool. I am excited to see that and hopefully try that out on my rack here in the future. Some of the other things you won't see on your rack or on my rack are these side storage shelves. They do this modular option, so you can add a bunch of different dumbbells here. They here just have one set of shelves. You can add another set. Again, because these are all 3x3, the modular, you can add to this anything you want. You'll see on the front they had barbell storage. So that is what's really cool about their brand in general, is they're this whole modular, all-in-one, everything to 3x3 rack. You know, this is just little for pamphlets and stuff here, but you'll see this is some sort of kettlebell or similar tray you can put on the 3x3. This is one of their different rack series. So rather than the 2 posts that you'll see here, 1, 2, this is the Delta. I don't remember what this one's called offhand, maybe the Alpha. You might want to check online, but this is the single weight, single 3x3 as well, but you'll see holds plenty of dumbbells, same as this before, different cost tiers, different price tiers. And one thing, as you see all the pops of color, at some point, oh, here we go, perfect. You'll see all the different color options they have. So they basically make modular, custom, dumbbell storage, and other gym storage, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll circle back to the new dumbbell stands that they released here in a second. But again, just wanted to come showcase all of the different color options. So if you want something that for storage for your home, you can pick some cool colors, you can pick some cool options, and it's 3x3, so it's modular, and you can add attachments, and that's really what makes their whole Synergy Fitness brand so enticing when it comes to storage. Now, the last thing I want to talk about then are these dumbbell storage options. Sorry. My bad. Kick it, kick it. Oh, sorry.
Filming that?
What? No, I will definitely keep it in the video. All right, here, we can come around here real quick. What a nice guy letting us film in his home, in his area. Great to see him. Nice guy, despite what anyone says. So this is one of their new offerings, as I mentioned, are these dumbbell stands. So again, because it's 3x3, you can adjust the height to any option. So you can, first of all, walk in, as I will do here. Walk in, grab your dumbbells, get out, and unrack and move on. So that's really helpful when it comes to heavy lifts, because from things you've seen in the past, like my Pepin series adjustable dumbbells that are mounted into my rack, I actually did something similar to this with the trays. So this idea is great. These trays, from what I understand, angle in and out. Actually, you can see over here. So they angle, so not only can they be mounted on the rack, but you can orient them to be slightly angled to the outside, so you can walk in, and depending on if you want them straight, if you want them angled. So really cool idea. Lots of customization options that they have for here. And you'll see things like where they have the dumbbell storage on the front, but then they're still using this as functional space because you're already taking up that floor area. So the backside has plates, the backside has kettlebell storage, the backside has barbell storage, modular, custom storage solutions, Synergy Fitness customs, pick a color, build it how you want. That review of that Delta rack coming soon. So I'm here with Ryan from Weighted Out, and at HomeGymCon, we're gonna kind of walk through the little booth here. So first and foremost, Weighted Out, if you see here from the name, WEIGHT.
That's it.
Thin weight plates, right? That's the claim to fame for Weighted Out.
That's the start of it. Yep,
Yeah.
That's how it all started. Pandemic start, one of those things where I didn't expect to go this far.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the thinnest bumper plates in the world.
Yep. And if I remember from our conversation before, you started making them out of necessity for yourself, right? And then eventually you were like, oh, I think maybe I could sell these, or people want them, or there's a market, market need for that kind of thing, right?
Exactly. So yeah, I just made them out of solid steel. Just had a local manufacturer cut them out of steel.
Yep.
And I said, hey, I just need weight plates, put it in the corner of my apartment. And I was like, these are pretty thin.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Let's just go put it on Facebook Marketplace. Helps people out. And then people were like, I wanted these for years. I was like, well, there's a market here. Okay. Website opened up. Long story short, we've evolved and adapted since that. Just did a laser cut, no coating, nothing, steel, sharp. And we're back to other
And
stuff.
do you have the 45s, like the traditional? Okay, I see a couple of them here. I want to see like so people can see what the actual.
Yeah, are you looking for the 45 cast iron or?
Either both. So I was gonna do the 45. This is the 45 cast iron
The
first.
cast iron,
Is it
that's
okay
the
if I
pink
pick it up
version.
from
Yeah,
here
go right
too?
ahead.
Okay. Just want to make sure. 45 cast iron. So
This is our pink version, obviously.
yeah. So what is this? Little, not even 3/4 inch, like
3/4 inch exactly.
Oh, it is 3/4 inch. Okay. And I think I measured some of the ones I had. Actually, some of the, let's say, cheap rubber coated weight plates I had from Walmart, I think were like 2 inches exactly.
Correct.
So, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's one of those things you don't think you want to touch or anything. When you touch, you're like, okay, now I know why.
Yeah.
Why
And
this.
the other thing, like, again, super effective, the idea to have grip in here, because otherwise, like, if you drop this, obviously if you drop any weight plate, it's going to be an issue, but a thin weight plate is, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a safety measure, but also just it makes it easy. I always have liked the grip plates while lifting at home. Just it's a lot easier. I actually got rid of bumpers at some point.
Yeah.
Because me specifically, I like the grip plates. But speaking of bumpers, is this a new one? I saw that on the end here.
This is our new bumper we're coming out with. This is the thinnest bumper. It's only 1.3 inches thin. It is thin bumper.
Yeah.
Called thin bumper, so I call it thumper. Put a little rabbit on there.
Oh, I like that.
Because I think it dumps more than bumps.
Yeah,
Because it's
That-
very.
yeah, look at his little barbell. Looks just like
Oh, yeah.
me, just like my Jungle Gym logo there.
That's where I got it from.
Yeah, there you go. He's like subliminal. He's like, oh, look at a barbell. It curved in his mouth.
I knew, like, after I designed this, I'm gonna beat this guy in a while. I'm like, I need to have this logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is more of a, people who don't.
So how's this different from you had this one?
Yep.
So
Nothing's
what's
different except for the design.
Okay.
So blue, people wanted black more than
Yeah,
blue.
I love my black
Yeah.
black and white gym. It has to be black. I love the white, the contrast on
Yep.
it.
Plus the other thing is there's raised lettering on that. This is actually internally, so that
okay.
won't break.
Yeah.
Some of the letters can come off once in a great while. They're kind of glued on.
Interesting.
This thing is durable. You can throw it off the top
Yeah.
of the ceiling or whatever you want,
Yeah.
and you'll have no issue. It won't
Yeah,
break.
cool.
It's one solid piece with polyurethane and
Yeah.
the bumper.
But the thickness is still the same on both.
Yep,
correct,
1.3 inches.
Okay.
So
Nice.
this is smaller than a traditional,
Yeah.
45-pound cast iron or
Yeah.
cast iron plate.
Yeah.
Bumpers, I mean, they go between 3 inches or 2.3 inches.
Oh my gosh,
so
yeah.
it's very.
I get people asking me for some like the machine reviews and stuff. They're like, how many bumpers can I fit on there? I'm like, not that many, A, but B, also wildly depends on your bumper. So
It does. It depends on the bumper. And it depends on how much
that's
you lift.
crazy to me that that's a bumper. Again, and I was just talking about the 2-inch cheap Walmart rubber coated weight plates. So is that available now or not yet?
Not yet. We're gonna put it on pre-order soon because we're in the manufacturing process. We've taken a little time to do it because what happened was our first prototypes, they made everything the same for the
We made
bumpers.
change plates with it too.
Yep. But the issue was they made them not bumpers. They made them just rubber coated. And I was like, you need to change that. They should be bumpers. They're nice plates though, still without the
These
bumpers.
needs to be in the Jungle Gym, replacing my black on whites change plates.
We'll have some soon. They might get to you somehow.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
FedEx works well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are the bumpers. That's kind of like thin as everything. I think I was space saving. Speaking of that, I mean, we just made the thinnest J cups. That's multifunctional.
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah.
These are actually stronger than most J cups because of the surface area, and it's all coming down on here, so you can hold like 2,000 pounds easily. Then I
And
get
then
multi.
bands or other things, the carabiner
Yep.
type
So
of attachments there.
put on top or wherever you rack, you could put like pulley systems, carabiner,
Yeah.
strapping, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
Mind if I?
It's good.
It's thick steel, right?
That's 8mm steel. I'm probably going to do a 10mm just because I like stuff stronger.
Yeah.
Even more, but
Yep.
it's gonna hold either way.
And
I
then
got some grips on there if you want to add that on there.
knurled. Oh yeah. So perfect. That side screws. Okay.
Yep.
I think when we had talked, you were maybe you didn't have the last we talked. You didn't have the knurled stuff on here.
Yeah, this was just a
time.
cover that was actually Frog Fits,
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I bet that's where it came from.
and
so.
they came in for a few other things too to help me out. And
Oh, cool.
It's
Cool.
I really enjoyed what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, this makes it much easier to screw on and off. I'll make longer bolts eventually.
100%.
But
So-
yeah, so thinnest J cups, I guess, in the world.
Yeah.
We call it that.
Yeah. And are these new too? The change plate? These change plates, or
Nope.
you've always had these?
These are like this is how we all started with this one. They started with all these things.
Yeah.
So what we did new probably about a year ago is we started machining the inner diameter, outer diameter. So it's not going to feel sharp. It's not going to hurt your barbell.
Yeah.
And it feels more premium because steel was expensive for a while and it's going back up again, unfortunately. But
yeah.
so they just feel better in the hands and everything.
Yeah.
So how it first started was just a plate that was cut and cut again. Here you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now
Usually
you
plate.
can do custom engraving and logos and
Yep.
stuff on here, right?
We do custom engraving logos. Yep.
Yeah.
We just found out, not that I'm going to offer the service yet, but we just found out we can take out cast iron plates and actually engrave on those as well.
Yeah, cool.
So it's going to help some different markets that I'm not aware of yet.
Yeah, nice.
But this is all clear zinc.
Yep.
Or yellow zinc.
Yeah.
Same as your door handles at home,
Yeah.
basically.
And then I see a couple other goodies on here. I see the dumbbell loadable handles.
We'll start with this because this is a little handle. So this is it's very simple. Here, I'll go down. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
This way. So it's very simple. So it's just a screw. It's a 1" 8 screw.
Yep.
I offer the screws, but honestly, I think it's better for the consumers to just buy the bolts themselves, whatever the size they want.
Yep.
So it comes out there. It's just a 4.5" screw.
Yeah.
And it's just put your standard weight plates. If you don't mind, hand me one of those plates up there.
Yep. Or just one?
Yep. So we actually invented the tooling to do a standard weight plate, Olympic weight plate.
Yep.
So you could do both.
Oh.
Put it in there. Obviously the screw's too long for this, but you get the idea there. We'll go down to the finished product. We actually engraved the handles too. I'd never seen any handles engraved, so I said, well, we'll just engrave the handles with their name.
Yeah.
So it's a little light knurling.
Yeah.
But what FrogFit's helped out with too is this product right here.
That's huge.
So you put this in, it's got magnets on it.
Oh, it's so simple, but it's so great.
It's so nice because actually the magnets hold that bolt.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
Is it just like 3D printed?
I think it's just a TPU or something.
Wow.
Yep, that's a strong,
Yeah.
a little flexible.
It reminds me of the Pepin is called the HD series. I don't know. That's where I've seen a couple of companies do this now, but I think theirs isn't all metal. I've seen like now Kensui has their was it Adaptabel, I think they called, which is like a plastic version of this too. But
There's a lot. I know they've got some similar handles, but they're plastic, I believe, like you said.
yeah,
But look, it's just, I'll be honest with you. The handles were not made to be like a money-making product.
Yeah.
It's made to be simple and just help solve a problem.
I was gonna say literally simple and effective.
But to be a little selfish, I mean, it's an upsell to our plates.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it helps.
Yeah. The only downside I can see is like if people don't have standard plates, but you said you can use Olympic plates, right?
We have adapters you can do, but it's harder to use them. But
Gotcha.
standard plates, you can use old standard plates, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anywhere you got something in the
I
garage.
sold mine a long time ago, but I used to have plenty.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I don't think standard plates are coming back by any means, but they do. This setup feels like a fixed dumbbell.
Yeah.
So and adjustable at the same time. A fixed dumbbell that feels adjustable. And some people, I've had customers just buy like 10 handles and make their own dumbbells.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like kind of like a pro style idea where you just I just wanted to grab it. Oh, you're right. Wow. And it's crazy to see how again the packaging with the thin plates this looks
there's
looks like
10, 20, 30 pounds on there. No, 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds on. That's a 40-pound dumbbell.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
So,
again, simple but effective.
simple is the key word. I don't want to over-engineer anything because I try to think like a kid sometimes. Like, what is the easiest solution here? Probably the best solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the other things that caught my eyes when I first came in here, I was, we're talking about thin weight plates. And I'm looking at those and I'm like, those are normal thickness, but they're heavier.
But they're a little
See it
heavier
now. Yeah.
These are the 100-pound weight plates, brand.
Yeah.
Actually, brand new, only 4 in the world right now.
Only 4. And
Or
got 2 of them
actually
here?
6. They're on the.
Oh, they're on the
strong
strongman.
spot.
Yeah.
So this is 1.75 inches. I call it thin. 1.75 inches thin.
Yeah.
It's Olympic diameter. It's got the handle, so it's very easy to move around.
Yeah.
That was the big complaint with 100-pound plates because they're hard to move around. But this, I picked it up the first time. I was like, okay, this is. I mean, it's heavier, obviously, but it's so much easier to transport and not kill yourself with it.
Yeah.
Those are they're not inexpensive, but they are
cast iron.
These are cast iron, yep. It's an investment, I'm gonna tell you that right at the bat. It's not like the most inexpensive thing you're ever
Well, imagine
like.
shipping on those just by themselves is probably a hefty cost just because of the weight.
If you buy 3 pairs up to 20 pairs, you get the same shipping cost because then I can put them on a pallet.
Yeah.
If I buy 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, the shipping cost is gonna go up 170 per pair, which is a lot of money, but I can't control the shipping.
Yeah. Now, so people do local pickup from you. Do you offer that, or?
We have 2 locations, but one location may be in the middle of nowhere where our manufacturer's at, and they can pick it up there, but it's not a very big city hub.
Yep.
But I can offer local pickup. I'm in Chicagoland, and I mean, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
We just
We've met a few people here out of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big market.
It is a hub.
It's a big market hub. A lot of metalwork is up there. A lot of manufacturing. Yeah. So it's convenient to be close by and just go pick up my stuff whenever I want to, and then hopefully they can too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I see you and Dean planned something for these a little
We
bit.
did not actually.
Oh, really?
We knew we were working together, but we didn't plan the color scheme at all.
Oh, it just wow.
No.
So Dean's the one who makes the upright or the custom rack parts. I don't know which one. Fabricator, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Black Widow. Yeah.
I want this to be my tree rack.
Wow, they look great together. I can see they're like different colors, but it looks like, especially from a distance, they look very close in color.
Yeah, they're all. Once you get the
So this one was just a limited run for HomeGymCon, right? I thought.
This yes, I've made some sample pieces of them to make sure they worked.
Yeah.
But I do think in the future I'll be doing more limited runs, like just
So,
you know,
but you
once
never
it's
done
out,
like
they're
this
done.
like splatter color, not red, not anything.
I've done an orange and black for OSU, Oklahoma State University, for testing something out.
Yeah.
But I've never done it in a bulk thing. So these are actually all hand painted. This is all hand painted, no powder coating. It's stronger material.
Oh, you literally, when I can feel it,
Yeah. So this is all stronger paint actually than powder coating. And you can make different designs, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking that I may do like limited editions every 3 months or so, different colors.
People would love that. I think people would eat that up. Yeah.
I've noticed everybody, these are all sold out
Yeah.
before I even got here.
Wow.
So clearly there's a demand for very unique stuff.
Yeah.
So got to fill the demand.
Cool.
So we'll do limited runs and
Yeah, it's fantastic.
maybe only do like 200 at a time. If you don't get them, then that's the only time in the world you're going to get them.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm here with Brad from SwingSesh, and this is a SwingSesh?
A SwingSesh. One of many now, yeah.
Yeah. So how many do you have?
I only have a few, but there are lots of them out there now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been doing this for about 5 years now.
Yep.
And yeah, we're growing every year. It's been a phenomenal start to a small company. So yeah.
Yep. And from what I can tell, it's obviously a swing set, but also power rack and whatever else you want to kind of build onto it. Probably a lot more than that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it started with the simple idea of what exercises do I like to do at the gym.
Yep.
My wife and I did CrossFit at the time, so we kind of stole from that with the power rack and the hold post, the 24-inch box jump, 16-inch box jump, and dip bars.
okay, so that's what these are. Nice.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
And then we had the rope climb and the rings available as well.
How tall is that?
It's a 15-foot rope climb, so kind of the CrossFit standard, if you will.
Yep.
There's wall balls and landmine, but they're not shown here today, just based on all of our products right now are being shipped out to customers, and we don't have anything extra at the moment. So
Yeah. I guess that's a good problem.
it's
to have.
a good problem to have.
Yeah.
My guys were excited when I told them they got off the hook for trying to build a new set for HomeGymCon this year.
Yeah.
So
Cool. So are there different like models you can buy, like base models, or do you just kind of build everything a la carte?
So yes, there are models, but it's very, very modular. So we're trying to use everything and then reuse or repurpose everything again. So it starts with a power rack, if you will, the hold posts, or we can use non-hold posts as well.
Yep.
And then we tie that into the box jumps and the dip bars
Okay.
as sort of kind of the base package.
Yeah.
And then you can add the tower side on, and that turns it into a SwingSesh with the swings on it, a slide, and then the monkey bars are an option.
Yeah.
Jumping up to a super sesh, you just add on the front side posts here to have a full power rack.
Yeah.
And we have another entire line that's a Spartan series. So the Spartan Cube, the Spartan Double, and then when you combine those two back with a super sesh, you end up with the Savage series, which has been another popular setup this year. So.
Yeah. So can you build, and again, I think I've seen like the website or the Instagram before. but I haven't like, you know, if I were to go build this, I think I mentioned to you yesterday off camera that I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So like, if I wanted to go build this at home, I could pick a rack setup. Like, I assume you can also build onto it over time, depending on your budget and stuff. So it's like, how could I get the kind of what I'm asking is like, how could I get a second floor and a slide and a power rack to start? And then maybe later I'll add on the swings and the monkey bars. Can you do something like that?
Absolutely. You can do it any piecemeal variant that you want.
Or if you didn't want swings and you wanted something else on that side or another set of stairs or something.
So the intent was that we know American families are dynamic. And we know that life is always changing. And so we wanted to be able to build and grow. And then if you need to, you can also break it back down to a different state. So if your yard changes from like a square shape to a rectangle shape, then you can swap the parts and pieces and it will still go back together and work. And if you want to add more components later, you can also do that. The shipping is going to be there. I can't avoid the shipping.
100%.
But yeah, you do have that option for adding more parts later.
Now, what about like color schemes and everything too? Or is that all like custom? Or is it a set, like I see the white is like the kind of the center or the handles and gate kind of stuff?
So we do run with like a theme, if you will. There's the, we call it like the railings and the rungs. So those are typically a color. The decks are another color and the posts are a third color.
But can you choose? Like,
absolutely.
Within reason. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give you the 3 colors easily on any set. And then if you want, we have a kind of a primary series of colors that we carry. And then if it's something else that we haven't stocked, then we're happy to do it for you. If it's a very like custom, you want like a sparkly gray or whatever, like we can do that, but it's going to incur a custom charge. But yeah, there's nothing that we can't do in terms of color. But yeah, there's 3 primaries, and then you get to pick those and how you want to see them go.
Yeah. Now, can you add? I'm asking for my 4-year-old. Can you add more height to it? Like, is there like? Or is this what is there? This is
a 5 foot
something.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to launch. We're not sure what the name's going to be, but probably it starts with an S because that's just what we do. But we're going to basically take this deck, we're going to turn it and have it go up again. Have it'll be roughly a 9-foot platform for some other slide variants that people have been asking for.
Cool. And then what about anything underneath it too? Like, do you have little like thinking like a little like flooring type thing or like stuff you could
we don't
end up making a little like closed play area?
We don't offer flooring. We have put decks down there, but the decks are expensive, so it's kind of cost prohibitive. But we do have a few accessories like the tic-tac-toe board, a whiteboard that goes down there, and then my kids like to hang out in a couple chairs that we put down there on the whiteboard. So it's a good little hangout spot.
And then what about all the stuff on, I'm thinking as a homeowner, lawn owner, grass, like is there different footing for grass versus, or like bases for grass versus?
No, the footing really doesn't matter. It's all mapped on kind of U.S. soil composition. So if you're on a standard soil base, these feet are fine for the weight distribution that we're looking at. I'm gonna sneak across the camera here, but these are the anchors that we supply with our kits. So it's a 20-inch earth anchor.
And I see it now. It goes
it drives through the hole, and that'll anchor it securely into the ground. So they're aluminum anchors.
Half-inch wrench or something?
Yeah, it's a 1/2-inch. We use impact if you want to do it the easy way. If you want to go manual labor, you can just use a ratchet wrench and drive it in. It'll take a little while, but
that sounds a little rough.
But you can make it happen.
Yeah. Now, what about like durability, warranty for all of this?
Yeah, so we run a 5-year warranty.
For everything, for paint, for, I'm assuming that's really the only thing, that I would see wearing and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's really, we've had really no issues with the sets. They're indestructible, nearly, knock on wood. But they're built for adults to come and play with their kids. And when you're designing for that and we're not a race to the bottom trying to, make it as cheap as possible in that sense. We're trying to make it a robust system that stands the test of time and is there for you and your family to work out on and play on. So.
And now everything is meant to be like all the, like I see the power rack that we were talking about, the wall ball components, or the little gun rack for like, I'm assuming like barbell storage or something like that. all your stuff is meant to be left outside.
Yes.
Like, you know, in the elements.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So stainless steel is one of the primaries. Even on some of our coated parts, you'll find a stainless steel foot, or if there's a part that we suspect is going to be worn, we're going to have stainless steel there in a lot of cases. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're really trying to, minimize that impact for corrosion and corrosion resistance.
Yeah, cool. Now, is it just residential you guys do, or have you serviced, I don't know, schools, like
No, we can service
whatever parts?
We do a lot of community parks as well.
Yeah.
If there are regulations that you have to meet, we'll just need to chat with the communities about that. We'll meet those, and sometimes, we'll separate components or pull apart swings off of the set to meet those regulations.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that we can't do.
Cool.
We're a full custom fab shop, so if
Yeah.
you can think it, we can make it.
That's awesome. So that's awesome. Well, I guess anything else you guys besides we talked about that second story, any other new cool add-on things or things that people don't see here that maybe you think are, things you guys normally like to have or recommend for your sets?
The question we get the most, honestly, is, what do you guys do with your weights? Do you drag them in? Do you drag them out?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing for the barbell too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we found that most of the weight sets, like while the sun might fade a colored set,
Yeah.
the black sets with a stainless insert are really handling well, and
Yeah.
we haven't had to manufacture those ourselves.
Yeah.
I do run with the stainless steel barbell. I do bring it in and out, and I mostly do that because I prefer to have the barbell in a cool condition.
Yeah.
It'll either be a little bit warm in the winter, or it'll be cool in the summer, but it's room temperature vice.
Yeah.
Going out to a hot bar in a hot summer day, or a cold bar on a cold winter day. So that's the only thing I've really found that is nice to keep inside, if you will. But the rest of the equipment fares really, really well outdoors. So
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much for telling us a little bit about it. This is like every probably kids and even probably parents, like you said, dream, like to have something like this in your backyard. I know, man, our 2-year-old and our 4-year-old at home would.
it's a great way
or
to
something like this. Yeah.
to win some points. You take care of the kids, you get a workout in,
Yeah.
and your spouse gets some relief, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You guys can come out and use the equipment when they're napping, and
Yeah. I remember you saying you and your wife found yourself out there doing that, and the kids would follow you out as well.
we do. It's
Yeah.
it's because it's a family center, not just a kid place. We find ourselves out there a lot, and then vice versa. They invite us out, or we invite them out.
Yeah.
It's a different way of looking at the same old problem.
100%. And plus, like, we again talked off camera, like you're going to build a swing set, you're going to build a play set. You have, some either space you're already going to put it in and or cost associated with that.
Right,
And
right.
then this, yes, it might cost more than a whatever cheap wooden set, but it's made to and for a reason. And it has all these dual, or I wouldn't say dual, multi, functionality and purposes for everything. So it's very purposeful. And, yeah, I'm sure people find a lot of value in having this for their home. So
We certainly think so, and our
Yeah.
customers seem to appreciate it as well.
yeah, no, that's great. Well, I'm excited to keep an eye on you guys and see what cool stuff you come along, and maybe one day I'll end up with a SwingSesh too in our backyard.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
awesome. All right,
Thank you very
thanks so
much.
Brad. Appreciate it. Yeah. So now we're here at the Body Solid booth, and I'm here with Scott McDonald, who's CEO.
CEO,
All right. How long have you been CEO for?
about 20 years.
About 20 years.
Yeah.
Did you found Body Solid?
No, I was fortunate enough to be hired in originally in a different role, but about a year after I got here, I took over as CEO.
Wow, that's pretty quick, actually.
Well, it was the right time, and it's been a great ride.
Yeah. So what is Body Solid? I see the Built for Life. So I'm assuming that's the a bus.
Just to let you know a little bit about us, we've been around. It'll be 36 years this coming month.
Yep.
So we're almost 36 years old. We've been in the home business, we've been in the commercial business for all those years. We have probably the largest product selection of anybody in the fitness industry. 600 or more different SKUs.
Wow.
Haven't counted it up lately.
Yeah.
We come out with anywhere from 15 to 20 new products every year, and we're a high quality product. The only guys in the business that have a in-home lifetime warranty on our products.
I have heard that.
Yeah, and we love engaging with the home gym community. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And we're having fun. It's been a good show so far.
Yeah. And now you do everything from, like home gym oriented specific stuff all the way to like, a more commercial line.
Absolutely, and accessories and iron and you name it. And we've got, and it's fun because our experience at both levels informs us at the other level. So, you know, making home equipment that lasts makes us do well at the commercial level and vice versa.
Yeah. And your home equipment also has the lifetime warranty?
Lifetime in-home warranty on home equipment.
Yes. That's pretty good. I don't think anyone else offers something like that.
I don't believe they do, no.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd love to maybe talk through some of the specific things in the...
Yeah, well, you know, I'm going to pass off to my associate here, Steve Safarchuk, who knows the product a hell of a lot better than I do. And he'll guide you through some of our new stuff.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Scott. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Steve, I'm assuming I'm in good hands. So if you don't mind, let's start over here at some of the...
So we brought, you know, some of our products that are a little bit newer to the line or have recently received some updates.
Yep.
And definitely some of them have been a hit so far today.
Yep.
This is our GLM 85B.
Yep.
In its previous naming, it was the GLM 83.
Mind if I have on here, actually? Well...
It was
plate
loaded
keep
only.
Keep that in your hands. I'm gonna throw mine on here so I can.
And what we've done differently this time around is we added the ability to add a Selectorized stack to it.
Yeah.
So now you can order this piece as a plate load piece or with the Selectorized stack, which also allows you to add your own weight stack.
Yes.
Or weight plates to it as well.
That is nice. And then you're not baking in the cost of like weight or, you know, the packaging of more weight on a weight stack, you know, for that.
And it's definitely cost effective for the garage gym community.
And then this just flips up and that's the low row foot plate, correct?
The low row,
Yep.
Pulls right up.
And I'm sorry, you said you have this in a plate loaded and a selectorized option?
Yeah,
okay.
So basically this is the selectorized option. You can order it without the weight stack on there and you'd be loading your own weight plates onto it. Also, we're showing on this one.
I was going to ask. I was going to say there's no way this is the default bar on here, right?
Yeah.
So
people really love all of the fat grip attachments that
yeah,
you've done.
That's definitely the craze. So cool.
Very popular.
Cool. And then this looks like what looks, I'm going to guess, and then you're going to probably tell me, is this also a plate loaded option or is this only a selectorized option?
Yeah. So this is our Pro Select line, and that's the most recent addition to the line.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a leg curl leg extension. So you can buy it as a plate loaded piece. It would have an arm that would come off here that you'd load the plates on, or you can purchase it with selectorized stack. And what's really nice is, you know, if you have a selectorized stack, the cable resistance is just so smooth that it's a consistent resistance all the way through the movement.
Yep.
And with the cam, with all of the different adjustments, really allows you to dial in your range of motion.
Yeah. I like it. Now, we should have asked this to, I should have moved that to get out. I should have asked this to Scott. Do you guys primarily serve local or kind of shipping international? Or
we're international, domestic as well as international.
Yeah.
In many countries.
Yeah. Very nice. So, and I'm assuming then you have, again, from what I understand, you have like the different tiers of like very, let's say more utilitarian residential.
Yes.
To, you know, then you get into maybe the nicer stuff, the selectorized, but still like residential, and then maybe like the light commercial, and then maybe the full commercial. Yeah. So
yeah.
And it's everything here, a little blend of like the more home oriented.
Yeah, it's a blend. You know, for instance, your power rack over here is going to be more full commercial. Although, you know, these pieces here are commercial as well. Personal training studios and what we call a vertical market. Your police, fire, hospitality, multi-housing. It fits the budgets well as as a lot of schools.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Well, while these guys are still talking to the rack, one of the things in particular I'm interested in is that vertical leg press. Can we go over there? Sure. I'm gonna walk through here while you walk around.
So you can get on this either way.
Okay.
What's really nice with it is bearings on guide rod, which makes it really smooth.
Yeah. So is this something you guys have had for a while? This
has been out for about a year now.
Okay. So not that long. Like I know some of your stuff's been around like a long time.
Yeah.
So this is still fairly newer. I actually might hop in here too.
Yeah, it allows you to, really get a deep stretch
Yeah, I can see
on
that
the hamstrings,
the angle of the foot plate looks,
as well as, take the compression off of your spine.
yeah. It has been a while since I used the vertical leg press, so I'm just gonna figure out how to get in here.
This piece is also
Yeah,
received a lot of
is this,
attention today.
I can't tell if it's because I'm laying, but it's not quite vertical. Sorry, I don't know if you're supposed to put your feet on.
Slide
There's a slight angle to it, 3 degrees, 7 degrees, something like that.
Yeah, in order to, kind of get the body's biomechanics.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I noticed that felt a lot better than other vertical leg press, true vertical leg press like 90 that I've used in the past, because it just gives that little angle.
Yeah, otherwise when you're coming down, that would be an awkward angle on your ankles.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen it before, both with the foot plate not being correctly angled and also then the guide rods. So cool. Do you know how much offhand? Do you know how much this runs?
I believe
Or ballpark?
I think it's around 1100.
Okay. Yeah. Which seems very fair for like a plate loaded piece of equipment with some of the upgrades and like the long. This is a really long back pad, which is another thing that's not typically I don't see on like vertical leg press, that it actually like can accommodate.
Accommodates a lot of height.
Yeah.
Correct.
So usually they're made, and it's still a very small footprint. I mean, maybe like a 4x4-ish, maybe a little wider than 4 when you're talking about the weight horns, but floor space like 4x3 even.
So a small section of your gym.
Yeah. Oh, it's solid.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not going anywhere. Cool.
And it, in home carries the lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
So 15 years from now, you wear out a pad or something like that, you can call our customer service team and just tell them where you bought it from, and we'll get the
that's
off.
That's crazy to me. That's so cool. I think I saw a clip or a snippet of you guys talking about replacing tables, and I'm like, they'll replace a table for you, like. And I'm sure it's okay. Maybe cables shouldn't wear out, especially for home use, like for a long time. But still, like the fact you do that is still a nice gesture, a nice touch. That you don't have to go, yeah, my cable machine from 20 years ago, the cable broke, and now I got to go find it, and they don't make that anymore.
Right. Yeah, and it also helps that we've been around 36 years.
Yep.
We're not going anywhere. So you bought something 36 years ago, and you call us. Odds are we're going to find that part for you.
Yeah.
Get it sent out.
Yeah.
So that definitely creates repeat customers.
Yes, definitely.
So also new is the SAR accessory rack.
Yeah. I could have used this a few years ago. Before now, I have a ton of like wall control and wall mounted storage, but finding an attachment tree was impossible or extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And I think the ones I found were like the circular ones that like the attachments all end up hitting each other because you're like mounting it around a circle point.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find a solution to this. So this is nice. This gives me, it reminds me of like a kind of like a one of those fixed barbell like gun rack type things. And but then you have the little flat storage to do whatever you want to.
Right. So you could put curl bars on there. You could put a lot of additional free weight bars as well as kettlebells or anything else.
The bar storage is what's really nice too. Bar storage with the mixture of the pegs on the side and the shelves. Practical, but very, very functional.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also,
and this is available now, or
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. We brought all of our new aluminum attachments, nice and light as you can see.
Yep.
And then our fat grip's similar to the lap bar over there.
I can see that. Sorry. I can see that.
Very popular.
Same style here for the the tricep bar, and yeah, cool. These are great. And this is a cable handle fat grip, man. Yeah. Little just nice light knurling over the powder coat, but it feels very solid and sturdy. That's for sure.
Gives you the ability to really train the grip and do a little more focus on the forearm strength.
Yeah. Well, now that these guys are done with the rack, you mind if we slide over here?
So this year we brought our SPR 1000, which is our full commercial power rack. And this is 90 inches tall.
Okay.
We do make the GPR 400, which is 80 inches tall.
Okay.
Yeah, for lower ceiling heights and that. And what we're showing this year, which actually will be in stock soon, is the functional trainer attachment.
Okay, so that's new.
It is new.
Previously, it was just the rack. No cable system at all.
We had a lap pull down and a low row for it, but we did not offer the functional training.
Was it a single center stat?
It was.
Lap pull down? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm assuming you still have that option?
We do,
But,
yeah.
And so, but this is the functional trainer, which is also the lap pull down option, because I see they're coming in for the center hit.
Yeah, and you can see it's all aluminum pulleys.
Yep.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah. Yep.
And the other nice thing that we've done with this version is you can see up here and down below, we created a nice bracket to connect both of them together.
Yep.
That way you can attach any of accessory bar you like.
Yeah, yeah. And then the low row foot plate in the back, the leg holder here.
Leg hold down, which is great for your lat pull downs.
Yep.
As well as if you wanted to put it on the outside and do split squats or any kind of those exercises.
I haven't seen one of these in a long time.
The Man Ray.
Yeah. One of the strongest guys in the gym I used to go to, 8 years ago, always got made fun of for wearing it when he squat, but it's very comfortable.
It's nice. What I like about it, it does change the balance a little bit, but it really allows you to focus on your on your legs and take the sometimes you're sitting there thinking about keeping this bar on your back.
100%.
And it just balances it better on your shoulders.
Yeah, 100%.
You can really focus on the exercise.
Yeah.
We're also showing our premium weight plates on this machine.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's nylon bushings in between.
Yeah.
And there's no clanking.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep.
So those are going to be our
Are they,
premium.
I'm assuming they're 10-pound weights as well?
Yeah, they are 10 pounds.
Yep. Very nice. And I'm sorry, is there an option for people to do it to get a heavier stack if they wanted that, or is it just one time?
You should go with a 310 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the thing you have to remember with functional trainers is they're a 1 to 2 ratio.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the lat pull or the low row where you're engaging both stats.
Yep. 100%. So, and then something else I noticed here. Oh, I noticed the rollers on the trolleys.
Yeah. So that's a different, a big improvement. Our GPR 400 is actually bushings.
Yep.
Where we've come out with the rollers for this one.
Nice. And there's something else I noticed here. Does it come with both the strap safeties and the safety arms?
The square safeties.
Okay.
So these are an addition.
Okay. Just showcasing those. Yeah. And then what about different front to back depths? So is it one set? Is this the same? So this front to back depth here, 42, 43?
Yeah. And so this is our SPR 1000. So it's the only one that'll take the functional trainer.
Okay.
We do offer a SPR 500.
Okay.
Which is considered a half rack.
Okay.
So it would be 2 posts, but you can put a back extension on it for your weight storage choice.
Got it. Awesome. Well, it's extremely functional, and I'm sure so is this the first set of, I was going to say, now that I'm seeing these, the attachments, any other type of attachments you add along with the leg rollers for these? Like, do you have a lat pull down seat, or I guess people have the center mounted lat pull down, so I'm thinking side mounted, but no, there's always so when people get the functional trainer, there is always going to be the center mount for the two functional trainers to be connected, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then that answers my question. Then you don't need a lat pull down seat. Any other attachments or anything you're thinking about doing in a rack ecosystem?
As far as attachments go, we offer a lot of attachments for it. We have the belt squat. We have the safety lift offs that swing out of the way.
The belt squat I'm not familiar with. Is that connected to the lat and low row, or is it going to be connected to the side?
Actually a plate load.
Okay.
That would go with the pin through the front here.
Okay. Yep. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
And then the safety lift offs that swing out of the way for your heavier lifts,
like the monoliths.
Monoliths, yes.
Awesome. Great. Well, this
we're always developing new attachments for this thing, which makes it exciting.
Yeah, 100%. Well, thanks so much for walking me through. Again, just wanted to check out some of the stuff. I'm not personally super familiar with body solid, so I appreciate both of you guys kind of walking me through and giving everyone at home a little overview. And yeah, definitely check out the link below if you guys are interested in any body solid stuff. All right.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Tell us, I'm here with Wes, and I'm sorry, what's your name?
I'm Jen.
Jen? Okay. Nice to meet you. So tell us, what is Kratos Fly Fitness?
Sure. So Kratos is a business that we started with my business partner about 5 years ago.
Okay.
We started it as a result of my son needing some additional training methods. So he is a sprinter for the University of British Columbia.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm not a sprint coach,
Yeah.
right? But I like to invent new things.
Yeah, yeah.
So between his freshman year and his 8th grade year, I was training him.
Yep.
And he pulled his hamstring really bad his first meet out of the year.
Yep.
So I started looking around for different modalities to train him with. Came across the flywheels, built one weekend to try to see if it was advantageous, and thought, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
So set out from there to develop one that was better than what was on the market.
Yeah.
I saw a ton of them, or they put like chairs on and weird attachments, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to hurt people, right?
Yeah.
So we developed this one here, which is the first one on the market and the only one. They can go from a horizontal to a vertical orientation in the same machine.
Yeah.
And that's patented, so we'll have that for a number of years.
Now again, this is my first, I've seen some of the flywheel machines. I've never personally used like a flywheel machine myself. I see a rack and I see these two platforms. So is this whole ecosystem part of the product, or is it just one, thing, or how does it all fit together? And
yeah, what you're seeing right here is 3 different products.
Okay.
We have the Station right here,
Right.
which is our flagship product.
Yep.
You see the Quest Station, or the Compact here in the back.
Yeah.
So that's its own little machine, and then we have this one here. This is the portable,
Okay.
which is our on-the-go unit that can go into a backpack on a plane.
So now, can I try out
Yes.
one of these and see how that
Let's
works?
try this. So we'll do it at a curl because it's pretty easy.
Okay.
What you want to do with a flywheel is the first thing you want to do is get your handle, your strap to the end of range of motion.
Yep.
Like for a curl, it'll be up here.
Yep.
Go ahead and jump on there.
Okay.
And we're going to adjust the strap length by moving this.
Okay. So it's to start it here.
We'll start it there. Then you want to kick the flywheel a little bit to get it going.
Okay.
And let it bring it down. And then you want to, what I tell people is pull, pull, pull. Resist, resist, resist.
Oh,
So
that's super interesting. You
that's
have to,
an
you have to
8-pound
very
flywheel
much,
on there.
cushion the bottom portion of the movement.
Right?
And I'm sorry, what pound?
That's an 8-pound flywheel on there right now.
That makes me feel so weak.
That's all right. You can get about 200
You
pounds.
said 80
80 minus the
pounds.
0.
Man, yeah, I've seen flywheel training. I've heard other people talk good things about flywheel training. But A, I haven't felt it. And B, so the difference is, from what I understand, does it usually wrap around the flywheel, or it has or meaning it's attached to like a singular location? And here you're kind of farther away, so there's like a belt or
There's the strap
something underneath it. Yeah.
Nope, it's just all right in here. So
okay.
What you see is our center shaft.
Okay, that's what I was
wrapped
looking. Okay,
around.
that's
Yep.
what it is. Okay.
So that's more visible on that.
It looks like it
Those
has
two.
some sort of bearings or something
Yep.
underneath there. Yeah.
Some precision bearings on both sides of it. And to switch from what you see now as a vertical to a horizontal, it's super easy.
Yeah.
Just pull this pin right here, pull it forward, and you take this thing up, and you're good to go.
All right. Wow.
I'm gonna give you a little bit more strap because you're gonna want it out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap you up a little bit.
I'm gonna do like a one-arm row type thing.
I'm gonna stand on this because it's now bolted down.
Ah, okay. It's your weight on.
And then just pull.
Just pull.
So the nice thing about vertical like this is you can adjust your body position to get to the end range where you want to stop.
Oh, so meaning you can keep like
You keep going out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if but you have to wherever you have to stop at the end of the
End range of whatever motion you want to be at.
Got it. All right. So now you make, what are the 3 again? This is
the Station.
Okay.
Compact.
And it attaches to the back.
Yep.
It only attaches to a power rack, or like
No.
or
You can attach it to a wall. You can attach it to a rack or a tube or a post. I mean, I can move this thing over to that post right there. Strap it.
Interesting.
I've been hearing that. I keep thinking things are breaking. I'm like,
I know, right?
falling down. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Now, what are the? Oh, is this for storage? So, what are the little
So
cutouts for here?
The larger flywheels will take up that space.
Okay.
And we've got it symmetrical, so you can either do one of two things. If you want to put the flywheels on the other side, you can.
Yep.
Just flip them around. Or if you're super strong, you can put flywheels on both sides.
Oh, okay. And forgive me for asking this, like just ignorance. I don't know about flywheels. What are the different sizes do? Are they heavier, or? Yeah, tell me about the difference.
They are heavier.
Okay.
So like that's our small version there.
Okay. Okay, hold it too.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like what?
And that's our XL down there. We've got 5 different sizes.
Yep.
From extra small to extra large, and then the small, medium, large in between.
Okay.
It's really inertia that you're fighting, not the mass of the wheel.
Okay.
As you get bigger and you leave the extra material, the mass goes up too.
Yep.
Right, but it's really the inertia that you're fighting as it's rotating around.
Okay.
So kind of like a figure skater that's spinning around.
Yeah.
When they're spinning, they pull their hands up and they go in, they can go faster.
Okay.
That's the same thing you can do with these.
Okay.
So
So it's
as you get smaller,
Yep.
you can go faster.
Yep. And faster is easier when
It's
you're
easier.
doing, doing some of these movements. Cool.
And the one thing about flywheels that people don't often understand is it adapts to your strength and velocity curve.
Yeah.
So like in a free weight, you want to pick the right weight for whatever velocity you're trying to hit, right? And it only hit a portion of your velocity curve because you have a fixed weight.
Yep.
This is variable, so it can match your curve 1-to-1 as you're going through your exercise.
Very interesting. Now, is that an integration for, there's no smart tech integration or anything with?
There is.
There is.
Yeah, you can't have anything these days without having that, right?
Yeah.
So it's got a built-in velocity sensor that connects to a Rep 1.
Oh.
So it'll tell you your force output, your workload, your velocity.
The app something you guys designed, or is that just
We've partnered with Rep 1.
Oh,
sorry.
No, you're good. So it's part of the sensor, like it has a inner software integration.
Yep,
that already comes with it.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you can't really see it because it's all built in, but it has the battery in the back, the sensor back there, and it'll switch and connects to an iPad or a tablet or whatever you have.
Cool. Now, is the little rack something you guys designed, or just to show it being used?
This is just a crappy little Amazon rack that I had drop shipped.
Well, it's I've never seen it before, and that's why I was like, oh, did you guys bring this as you had a specific form function going on with it?
Yeah. Most of our clients don't actually attach it to a rack.
Yeah.
But since we're doing a home gym, then most people will have a rack.
Yeah.
So we wanted to show that it does have a rack that you can attach things to.
Now, what are the different price points for these, and like what sort of packages, or like you include like a small, medium, large? I see the S, and I'm guessing then there's the L.
Yep, this is an L. This one's an L.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So from a price point and package standpoint, this one here starts at $2,800.
Okay.
With the force sensor, it's an additional $400 for that. That package comes with a medium flywheel and an extra large to get you started.
Okay.
And it comes with the most grips that you see here.
Yep.
And it comes with the vertical tube and the pivot point, so it's ready to go when you get it.
Yeah.
That little guy there is $1,400. It comes with a large flywheel.
Okay.
And also the ratchet, or not the ratchet strap, sorry, the harness to hang on to. That guy is $1,000. Comes with a medium flywheel, and you got options for whatever tube. You can do a large tube like this, that's 6 foot, or you can do one that's attached to a rack.
Okay.
We sell quite a few of these to baseball teams because they can take this tube and that with them on the road when they're playing other people.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers have these, and they've got about 10 of them.
Yeah. So wow, really cool. Are they made in USA, or where?
Made in USA. Yep. All of it's assembled up in Portland, Oregon.
Okay, very nice. Now, maybe this is a question I just thought of. With some of the advent of the software integrated electronic technology like the Voltra, I don't know if you've got a chance to try those. And have you? How do they? I haven't played around with them enough that I don't think they have a flywheel mode, but I could see they could, do some sort of simulated version of that.
Yeah.
You think they'll ever compare to something like this, or?
Yeah, there's some definite overlap for sure. What these have that those don't do very well yet is the adaptation to your force velocity curve. So they're close, right? But you can feel it as you're doing it.
Yep.
It's much smoother with one of these than it is with the Voltura.
Yeah.
And they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 versus $3,000.
Yep, that is the difference. So I am excited for some of those though, because I think there's a coming together of things that maybe you otherwise couldn't have. Maybe if you're interested in flywheel training, and maybe you also wanted, for instance, I just tried. I have like a Concept 2 rower. I have a rower, and I was like, I wonder if I can make the Voltra work with like the little rowing seat and like make my thing. And it's close, and I'd say it's like maybe 70% the same. But it's like if you could find some things like that otherwise you'd have to buy $1,000 piece there, $1,000 piece there, something like that. Like exactly, there's definitely some integration to be had, but I don't think it's really hard to say that could ever replace like maybe a mechanical thing that's purpose is designed to do, you know, what it does, and it does well. So yeah, that's cool. Well, no, I appreciate you taking the time so much to explain that to me.
And we've got this other little guy here too that we just launched on Monday.
Yeah.
So that's
it's got a fan in there.
It does. So this is a resistance trainer for any kind of person who accelerates. So like a basketball player, football player, track athlete. What it does is it has resistance out to 100 meters.
Yeah.
So it'll do 20 pounds out to 100 meters.
Wow.
It'll do 40
Oh, I
pounds.
see the school there too. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And so it's just, it literally is like a big fishing line or.
Exactly.
Is there a weight limit to that?
It'll do up
Tell
to
me it was parking sprint against us?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't break?
No.
No way.
It's a 180 pound test.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what levels of resistance? Is it like a weight base?
No, it's just a strict resistance. So it'll do up to 20 pounds.
Okay.
For the 40 meters. Sorry, the 100 meters.
But I mean, it's the same weight per distance.
Yes.
It's not like an elastic type.
No, it's consistent the whole way.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is different than the other options that are out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's super smooth.
Like, so it reminds me of like putting one of the sprint parachutes or something on you where you're creating like some drag.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
But you get adjustability with this that you don't get with the parachute.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's super smooth compared to like a weight sled. You see people that do that.
Yeah.
Those bounce around and destroy your surface. That doesn't do any of that.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. Very interesting. Well, how much does that cost out of curiosity?
$12.50.
Okay. Cool.
Just launched on Monday. We sold our first batch.
Yeah.
So we're building up the next batch now.
Cool. And whereabouts are you guys located?
We're in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, so you're also in Oregon. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
I know you were saying these were manufactured there. I didn't know if you had a.
Oh no, same place
there.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, yeah. Thanks so much again. I really appreciate your time and thanks to you.